day, friends, and welcome to episode 9 of my Krastorio and space exploration playthrough series. I'm Icon, and today I'm going to show you around, show you what has happened between this and the last episode, and today is the day where I'm going to build finally my laboratory. So between this and the last episode, I did a lot of things. First up, I brought up my ore storage madness. So now these ores are being piped around the column into the warehouse and back into the column. Okay, this one is really ridiculous. But since that's not my fault, it's the fault of the ore patch. But furthermore, all the ores will be stored down here and redistributed from this place. The spaghetti here is happening, and we're going to reorganize it as we see fit. But for now, I got a lot of iron ore and copper ore and stones in storage. And speaking about stones, I also set up a little venture here, building stones for me, and the main bus is now consisting out of a few iron plates, stones, copper plates, and in the meantime I set up a little operation to whip up electric motors and splitters, underground belts, and well, inserters. Inserters have to be handcrafted still, because I didn't feel like whipping up a little a small inserter machinery. Now I got it straight. So to create my laboratory, I also built up a big list of preparations. So I'm just thinking about what to pick up before we leave here, because more sooner than later we're going to leave all this behind now. But for now we're still relying on it. Okay, so let's get into the plans. This factory ought to work on 120 science per second, which is going to be per minute, which is going to be quite a big endeavor. So we'll need a lot of machines to see that through. I also put up the blueprints for the green tech cards, because that's going to be the next stuff we're going to work with, because with the red tech cards I'm reaching the ends of the possibilities there. Alright, so let's get over there. First up, we need to talk about where the laboratory will ultimately live. I mean, this area here is more or less already reserved, because iron plates here, copper plates here. Here's the small mall for now, but I think in the long run I will make use of that body of water down here. But for now we'll just head over there and build the laboratory complex over here, because I really feel like that's the best accessible place for now. And I don't have any problems, and I don't see any problems of keeping this area here later in the game. So that's that. Designated the area. So it's still a little bit painful to craft all manner of things, because far away from true automation. But I want to bring up the laboratories before I bring up the mall, because I feel like science is so important, whereas a mall we can build it up step by step. Okay, so speaking about step by step, there's one thing that needs the vicinity to the water, and that's those greenhouses, which I'm crafting in the background here. We're gonna need a dozen of those to bring up the necessary wood for the basic tech cards. So well, maybe that's what we're gonna bring up here, at least temporarily. Or, well, no, I'm going to move the water down, up there. So, do I have a pump in my inventory? I don't think so. Oh, wait a sec. Offshore. Yeah. Okay, so turns out we need to craft one offshore pump. So, wood crafting, oh man, I didn't really want to do that up there, but never mind. It's just mainly me not wanting to put up more machines to create pipes, but be that so. We need pipes, okay? There's always something I keep forgetting. I always think that I have prepared everything this time, and yet then again I prove myself wrong time and time again. Alright, at least I got now the greenhouses ready, so let's do this, and let's do that. Alright, limit that chest, this one too. Oops, there we go. Alright, so this bad boy, that works out as just fine. Okay, alright. Now, offshore pump. I didn't produce that one. I figured out that if I create those motors ahead of their time, I'll benefit a lot out of that, because I would be able to pick them just up and speed up my handcrafting with that. So that's the basic plan of this little factory down here. Here we go. It's not much, but it's not intended to be much, you know. Alright. So let's start. Ah, yeah, of course. I'm playing this mod where even the offshore pumps need power, of course. How could I forget? Do I still have a few of those? Yes, I do. Alright, there we go. So I'll just transport that water up there. And I can already tell from my experiences that I will be happy about access to water up there rather sooner than later, because I know that with the science I will need at some point sulfuric acid, and I do like to create my laboratories pretty autonomous, which means if I can bring it up, my laboratories will produce almost everything except for, let's say, plates themselves up there. And therefore, it's gonna be good to have access to water. Okay, so here, water access. And I'm completely out of iron plates again. Okay. So I guess many of these things will need to be relocated sooner or later, but for now it's gonna be fine. So wood production. If I think about my laboratories, I think they will expand into this direction. So the wood production should be located rather at the left border. Okay. So, well, I'll keep a 1 grid distance. It's not really necessary, but I always feel like, first off, everything looks a little bit tidier if it's not that cramped. And let's copy that, because I like to be lazy. And apart from that, it's always easier to walk around your facility if you have this a few spaces in between. So let's go, rotate, and bam. All right, there's a tree in the way. Let's do this, Control V, and there we go. So that's gonna be the necessary wood for this operation. And I want to connect them up as quick as possible, because I do know from experience that the wood production really does take quite some time. No, not like this. This way, it's better. So, let's see. I'm not really convinced that I already have enough pipes, so let's head down there and grab some more pipes while the poles are being produced. I really notice that progress is a lot slower with this mod suite, but well, I do enjoy playing more off-screen with this playthrough here, because I do set up a lot of things. Like right now, the ore hop is still a little bit more useless, but we'll get there. So let's see, scrubbing. No, bioscrubber, that was not air purification. So that was not. There was something mentioned in the comments lately. Here, filter dirty water, no. Core mining, well, that's one thing I want to do later too. Like, core mining is pretty fun because we're just gonna use that, oh, well, whatever. Sometimes I look for stuff and I don't know what I'm actually looking for, you know. Okay. No, now that I think about it, the power will be more something like that. Here we go. That works out. Ain't beautiful, but effective. And that's what counts. Okay, now those guys also need a recipe. There's also a recipe featuring the usage of sand, making the whole process more efficient. But, well, sand is harder to acquire, you know. And therefore, I went with the easy way here for now. Okay, so it turns out I don't need to pipe the water all the way back there. But we have to go there. All right. Now then. Here goes the same old. Good old pipe works, you know. Alright. Let's insert the smaller ones. Okay, let's do this. And meanwhile, after these have been placed, I can also place down the bottom two. How they are called again? Pipe to ground. Let's see. Let's produce more of them, because I did it like that to not need any straight parts anymore. Now I can only use the pipe to ground and be ready. Alright, so the wood production has been set up. Probably one of the most wicked parts of the production here. Alright. There we go. So the next part of the recipe, let's make this a pin, is going to be a lot easier. Oh, speaking about a lot easier, I need to grab a few more iron plates and produce assembling machines, because we will need tons of those. All right. I also pre-produced a lot of things before I recorded this episode. Like, really? Not making this up. But there's always things that come up in between and ambush me from the side, which I didn't think of to begin with. Alright, I'm out of bricks now, so like incidents like these, who thinks that you would need bricks? Yeah, AAI Industries really puts a lot of stress on your production chains in a new way. So let's gather a few bricks from my little brick factory here. Well, it's not really a factory. It's a place where I dump my leftover stones in my inventory, which I didn't happen to need. And I'll come here from time to time and pick up some bricks in exchange. But I am quite happy with my resource income so far, because I feel like we're on a good way here. Okay, so let's keep the handcrafting in the background alive and head back to this place. Yeah, military, one day soon, promise. Because I need to get rid of a few biter nests, but for now, since I'm playing with a peaceful world, it's not gonna be too much of an issue. So, I'd say we will set up the actual laboratories here right next to the greenhouses, because this is one of the more important decisions to take right away, to know where your laboratories will be at. So I'll begin with 13. So let's check out. Always need some measure here. I'll begin with 13, and I plan to do a lot more later, but well, for now, just dropping them down to have a designator where I'll work. Okay, so let's get back to the basic tech cards. Here, the pin. So I'll only need one factory for copper cable and 16 factories for the actual tech cards. So now we're going to start and pipe off some materials to work with here. Oh, I need to do it like that. Or, wait a sec, no, I don't. I'll just make a different approach. There we go. Alright, so let's set up something like this. This is nowhere near close to the actual measurements of my bus in the future, but I want to start out with at least the try of putting down some sort of organization. I mean, after all, I have to reorganize pretty much everything later. Like, it will be not possible at all to satisfy the needs of this whole monster here by just one belt, for example. We're gonna take more than just one belt of materials, but anywho. So I'm going to produce the brown tech over here. So let's start with a nice splitter. I won't be needing any iron here. That feels very, very uncommon. Okay, so copper will be led over here, and it's going to be a very simple thing. Alright, this time I'll check out how many inserters will be needed to fully satisfy the efficiency of this machine, because I don't want to have a subpar efficiency here. Because this part of the machinery will most likely run under full pressure. Whenever you have parts that have to work under full pressure, it's very important to make sure that they'll have enough inserters and belt capacity and materials. All these things are very vital then. Alright, just setting up the power supply for this little thingy here already, and then going over here and bringing over the power to this little thing. Okay, I'll do it like that. Okay. So that wood will be only needed for the production of those tech cards. Therefore, let's cut this. I'll do something else. Let's change the drop pattern of these guys altogether, because it'll be a lot easier to merge this belt with the wood if I have it running like that. And a few copper cables, I will surely find a good use for them. So, there we go. And this way I just satisfy the needs of all of these machines. So I'm going to have a system like that. So let's do clusters of 2. It's gonna be 8. And here goes an output. So just again taking some measure. So that's going to be the 16 machines we need. All right. And the resource belt will go all around here. Oh, wait a sec. Did I put them? I didn't put them into the right direction, didn't I? So they need to output into this direction. Silly me. All right. And they need to input from here. And there's going to be one thing I'm going to be doing though. And that's going to be Shift L. And now I'm going to Shift right click and Shift left click because I can't copy the drop near setting of these bad boys. Okay, so next step, basic tech cards. Copy that, and I need more electric pools. Maybe I should start automating the production of those. I end up handcrafting so many of them. So I already know that I'll need an underground belt here because I'll output the finished product into this direction there. And there goes this. All right. So let's put down the last few inserters. That's how you get rid of lots and lots of inserters. Already down to 65. Okay, so let's connect them like that. Oh, I'll need that, of course. All right, so for the sake of symmetry, it hurts my eyes to see something like that. I know I'm totally chaotic with some things, but then other things, I can't do that. You know, I guess is this some sort of state of mind that falls on long-term Factorio players at some point? Okay. So the copper cable is, it's hard to believe that one factory of copper cable is sufficient for all these factories, but well, it is. It's right now they're just hungry. All right, so next step will be the red inserter cards, and that's going to be more exciting. So we need to set up a small factory for automation cores first, and then we're going to set up a little bit more complex thing here. So I did this all to create a belt which can be easily folded into the or no, which can be easily fused with the red tech cards later. So I'm going to drop the completed product now into the laboratories, because at the other side of the map I have, oh gosh, what am I doing? All right, well, whatever. My spaghetti is a little bit drunk. Okay, I'm going to fix that later. Sometimes I strike unnecessary curves, but well. So we're going to work something with something like that to begin with. And now let's connect them with power. All right. This is a very small setup, and I will reorganize that later. But at least we are now able to research the physical projectile damage further while I'm working on the other parts, because this facility here is still able to produce red tech cards. Oh, they can't work apart from each other. Oh, too bad. Well, okay. So let's fix this. like I said, unnecessary curves. Alright, so for the next step, I need I need iron and copper. So we're going to grab another splitter here, and I'll split off there. So there we go. Since this is going to run like that in the future, I'll have to put it up like that. Okay. So let's take a quick check on the map. Oh, I'm out of belts again. So I'd like to produce my red tech cards, of course, right next to the brown tech cards. Turns out I must reconfigure my inserters too, because they aren't working out as well. Alright. Or I'll, oh well, whatever. So let's do this real quick. Oops. So first up, I'll just need three assemblers producing sticks, wheels, and cores. Okay, so this is going to be the easiest part. So I'll just do something like that here. Let's see, will that work? Copper plates, and the other items are... Alright. So we're going to just want to make this one a little bit more compact, you know. So with some construction like that, yeah, that'll work perfectly. So gear wheels and sticks. So yet again, let's check the necessary things. Well, I'm not sure. Wait a sec. How many does that actually need? So this guy needs 1 gear wheel per second. And this thing produces 1 gear wheel per second. So yeah. Tell you what, we're going to create us a few fast inserters for this circumstance, and be right back. So there we go. Armed with a few fast inserters, I needed to grab a few steel plates in between. This whole job will be a lot easier, because I don't want to expand this array at all, because it was the whole plan to keep it compact. And therefore, I'll bring up fast inserters into this assembler. So, if we would use fast assemblers, there's only one guy necessary, and I'm pretty sure it works the same with the iron gear wheels. Yes! Alright, so all I'll need is now something like that, and now I can output the automation cores necessary for this operation somewhere else. So let's put this on a pin, and let's see. I'll need automation cores and basic tech cards for this ops. Okay, so how much output does that thing need? And of course we need power for these machines. So how much output power does that thing have? We will work with a basic inserter, outputting these materials onto a belt, and then I'm just going to produce the basic tech cards or the blank tech cards on top of this one. And yeah, we're going to continue that in the next episode because we're running out of time here. So I'll finish the rest of the laboratory in the second part of this double episode, because I consider this a double episode, but I don't want to go run over length. So see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment down below, leave a like, leave a subscribe. I'd be delighted with your support. See you soon. Bye-bye. Hey there, friends. Welcome to episode 10 of my Krastorio and space exploration playthrough series. I'm Icon, and today we're going to finish this good old laboratory, and well, let's see where things will get me next. So last episode we finished the basic tech card production, and I set up some wood. and I set up also some basic automation core production. So next step will be the production of those basic tech cards. They will be made out of copper cable and iron plate. So I feel like there should be an option to work with this a little bit more. So, well, let's say I'll just set up another one of those here. Oh, there's one thing I need to pick up before we can continue, and that's a little bit of the belts. But that opens me the option to talk about a few things considering the future of this series. So, the next few steps after the research has been done will be a little bit more complicated, to put it into simple words, because we have to do a lot of things, and well, maybe basically all at once. That's the biggest problem about that, because oh well, let's pick up a few more motors, and so I need to bring up way more materials. Right now my material production is gross, like 15 iron plates per second. Yes, that sounds like a lot, but it ain't. It just ain't a lot. I do know that. Also, let's bring the stone up here while I'm at it, because I know that I'll need it for the green tech cards. So the big problem for me with all that is iron is so friggin' far away. it's just horrible. Like I really have no clue what to do except for aiming for very early trains in this game, and that's where I wanted to go with my little like oh no, I didn't want to copy. I didn't want to paste, I wanted to copy. And that's where we're going to be quite soonish. So, trains. A little bit scared. Okay, there we go. So, that's that. And, no. That's not that. I'll need iron plates. So, it would be very easy to just cheese those iron plates onto that belt, wouldn't it? So, well, how about that? I mean, I already got some kind of connection like that going. There we go. So, let's bring back the pin. And, so this is now absolutely no problem anymore. And all it'll need are 2 assemblers for the basic tech cards. So let's check out their needs. Well, 2 for the output, 2 for the input. Alright. Fine. There we go. Hey, and I'm needing power poles again. So that's gonna be that, and I'll just pipe these items together onto that belt, and now I can safely produce my tech cards. So let's see. I wonder if I'm not able to fit this in like that. I knew I would. Awesome. So let's just readjust it then and squiggle it through like that. Alright, just like so. Oops. Alright, there we go. And this is going to be the exactly same situation as before. We're just going through the very simple recipes of tech cards here. Okay, so let's set it up. Red tech cards. But at least now I'll finally have some serious output here, and that's I mean 90 signs per no 120 signs per minute are not extreme, but it's not bad either. It's oops, wrong directions. It's enough to finish the game with if you're playing vanilla. Don't know how it's going to be here. Alright, I just wanted to set up the whole logistics chain before I power this one up. So there we go. Input and output. So there we go. Beautiful. I'm so happy to have this running now, because I felt quite crippled without science. But that's gonna be a thing of the past now. Alright, let's see. And there we go. One of my more solid designs, as you might notice. Alright, it's looking neat and it's working out. So we're going to research now in any second again. So let's head over to the green tech cards, the most complicated so far. We're gonna need more basic tech cards here too, so that procedure will encounter us again. So let's just put a pin up. So unlike the other production facilities, I'm going to need really a lot of resources this time. Check this out, like 4 assemblers for copper cables outputting 6.8 per second. So this is going to be a much larger operation than the first one. Just watching my first red tech cards roll through. And also, I won't be finishing this whole operation with the amount of assemblers in my inventory. And oh gosh, I'm out of everything. So good thing that I can handcraft a few things here with ease. All right, but first a few assemblers, a few inserters. Okay, so let's see. Maybe I guess I'll need to pause later down the road, but now I want to continue. Okay, so we're going to need to set up several things. Oh, that one didn't even show up. So first up, the new product here will be stone tablets. We're going to need to bring up a few bricks for that and 2 furnaces, so that's why I brought the stone. Right now I don't have any fuel production here. Oh, bummer. Oh man, I forgot about that. Well, I do have enough coal in my pocket to facilitate that and also process fuel, but we have to work around that later. Okay, but for now it won't be a problem. So let's start with the brick production. And science is finally happening again, so hooray! Going to research fluid chemistry now because it's time. This will bring up filtration plants, electrolysis plants, chemical plants, and water electrolysis. So first steps towards the real bigger things, you know. So there we go. 20 minutes left, so I hope I'll be able to bring up the green science until then. Alright, so we're going to need something like that. Alright, so this will be very simple because I'll just insert that into one stone tablet machine. Where is it at? Tablet. All right, there. So there we go. Whoops, the stone tablet machine needs to be closer. All right, there we go. And now this is going to be necessary for the what's it called again? for the for the electronic circuits. So I need to unattach these things from each other, or well. So to produce 2 electronic circuits per second, well, I'll put it just over here. I'm lazy. Gotta be kidding me. So then, fine, I'll sort them out like that. That's what you get for being lazy. So, let's check it out. So 3 of these assemblers will be necessary for the production of those. That's what I wanted to know. And that's quite a vital part, a piece of information here. So, well, let's just pick this up from here. Or wait a sec, I have an even better idea. So, since I do now know that I'll need 3 assemblers for copper cables, I feel like producing the copper cables right here, right next to that. It might be a bit messy, but little do I care. It's efficient in this situation. And the good thing is, with a science facility that's meant to produce 120 science per second, you can allow yourself to build a little bit messy. You don't need to build perfect to make things work here. Basically, judging from my experiences, you're going to need more precision and less messiness the more strain you put onto your machines. Like, start building real mega bases with extremely high productions. Then you'll need these larger, more precision with the constructions here. Got a little bit distracted here. So, now that all these things have been set up, let's check this out. This would need, oh no, I won't be doing that with regular inserters. We'll take fast inserters here. And they're gonna be dropping near, because that's more beneficial for my thing here. Because this is going to be a quick and simple facility for electronic circuits. Yeah, well, maybe it wasn't that quick and simple, but you get my idea. So let's get back to the original pin. I don't know if you guys got that black screen on the screen too, but I think my graphic card driver just died for a moment. So if that went onto record, hail the dying and reborn thing here. Okay, so that, oh, I can X those out. Fun. Okay, things I didn't know yet. So we're going to put these down like that. And now let's check, what kind of inserter pressure do I have? So, okay, 2 fast inserters, please, each. Don't want to fiddle around with that. And output-wise, well, long-handed inserters will do the trick. Why not? Why not work with long-handed inserters for once? You can use them for jobs like these quite well, too. There we go. So, that's that. So the pre-production of these items has been completed, and now all I'd need would be... Ah, yeah, let's do this. I like the idea. Let's just put up another crazy factory of those. Well, the output is rather... I don't even know if I need this extra factory here. It's... quite well possible that this is completely overkill, but there's no kill like overkill, as you might know, and therefore we're just gonna proceed with these factories here, but I'll not build my tech cards there. I need to steer away from this thing here. I do like the idea, because this way I basically hijack the same production chain, and I don't need to change my change anything here too much. Like everything can work as before. We basically just do the same on a different belt. There we go. And now, oddly enough, our green tech cards need iron gear wheels. So sadly, this is not going to be the last the last step here. But things are going together really well here. So we're just going to make it like that. Let's pick up the recipe here. Fluid chemistry has been finished. So let's research oil processing. Oil processing is so much fun with Krastorio. It's a very versatile tech. And let's see, what do I already get? Petroleum gas, flare stacks, and gas vents. Yeah, that's nothing too special there. But more of that later, or much more on another episode. So here we go. And this will bring me the, oh, of course not the red ones. So how many yellow ones will I need for those? For the input 2. Alright. That's that. And now copper and iron are completely emptied out in my inventory. So let's pick up a few more of those and handcraft a few inserters. Okay, now off to the last step. Where will I assemble those thingies? I'd really like to go for another assembly here. I mean, sure, it's actually gonna be quite fun. But one thing, it's gonna be a little bit wider than the other one. So we will need this much room there. Another piece of stone in the way. So here, it's gonna be belt, inserter, and there we go. So that's gonna be where the gear wheels will run. And let's check out how much inserter pressure does this have. I think none at all, but I just wanted to make sure. Alright, let's deconstruct that little valley here. Because it's definitely in my way. Love those nanobots for deconstruction so much. Alright, so there we go. It's gonna be beautiful. Nice little and simple array. Because 120 signs per minute are not really insanely much. But I always feel like it's a good start without overstraining my resources too much. Because, well, when I'm done here, we're going to have a little bit of a aftermath calculation with the necessary outputs of minerals for that. So I'd say I'll rather lead that through a bit more narrow here. And this one... Alright. So let's see. Was my pre-production enough? Yes, it was. Awesome. Just hope that we're going to be... not on a inserter shortage here, but well, wouldn't be too dramatic either. Alright, there we are. Haha, I love it. Oh, out of belts again. So I'll be right back after a short pause, my friends. Okay, there we are. So I rearmed myself with a few items I was lacking on the road, And now let's get back into this, because with no belts we ain't gonna work. I also picked up a few more steel plates to have a good amount of those if necessary too. Okay, so green tech cards will be a real progress now. The other stuff I did before, that was just restoring the old status quo, you know. But this is now going to be something new. All right, let's get started with the production before I end up doing too much logistics, because the production of tech cards always takes a little bit longer. So we're going to use regular and red inserters for this one, of course. And then I'll have a look with you, my friends, over our next technological steps and plans after this machinery is finally producing. So there we go. I'll do the exactly same thing again as I did with the basic tech cards. So I'll take here Shift L and then Shift right click and Shift left clicking to make sure that all these cards end up on one side of the belt kit, because I have no interest in having to realign them later. So this way I can already make sure that the next the next color of tech cards can be just riled into this assembler here. So there we go. I think I'm running out of power poles again. And this one is less beautiful than the other, because the small power poles are just not powerful enough. But anyways, that doesn't really matter at this point, because it's more about now creating the logistics to feed those tech cards into the rest of my laboratory complex. So let's do this. It's a rather simple thing too. Ooh. I'll need let's do it like that, whatever. Not really dramatic. So we're going to pipe those around the complex. That's just it. There we go. All right. And that's all it takes for us. And all the inserters also have power, and now we only have to wait until the first few of them are rolling into town. So research-wise, this opens up a completely new venue of technologies for me. So fluid access handling is only one of many, which is really going to be useful. But medium electric pulse, advanced material processing, opening up the better furnaces. But most importantly, logistics tier 2. This is the first thing that I'm going to research here. It's going to cost me a lot of tech cards, but little do I care, because it's going to be alongside with automation tier 2. The core technology is bringing us ahead. Maybe military 2 is going to be very important as well. Okay, plastics is a basic tech here. Whatever. So gas power stations are also very, very mentionable, because they give you a option to produce power directly out of oil. I do like that too. And nano explosives makes it so that your nanobots can drop off cliff explosives for you. But we're going to start with logistics tier 2, because I personally think that's the most efficient thing to take. And yeah, I'll say goodbye for this episode, because we set up everything. I talked a little bit about what's coming up next, and well, what I'm going to prepare now in between those episodes is the necessary infrastructure down here to bring up larger scale mining operations, because I might be still able to bring this here manually in, or what, not manually, but with trains into my or with belts into my area. I'm messing this up, am I? And well, I could be bringing this one with belts to my hub. This would be still a thing, but I don't want to bring up a belt connection from here to there like 3 or 4 times, because you have to build this several venues wide. No thanks. So I'm going to pressure forward to the production of trains. Let's see. Train. Automated here, railway. So yeah, I'm basically only the logistics tier 2 tech away from that. And then well, I think I'll invite you over when when I got everything together from the pre-production, or much more the research and the pre-production for the trains and the military I need, and then we're going to stomp out those biters together and conquer this land. I think that sounds like a legit plan. If I have other ideas, I'll let you know. Alright, until then, thank you so much for watching. Drop a comment down below. I hope you're enjoying the show. I do enjoy myself a lot here, so leave a like, leave a subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye! Hello friends, welcome back to my Factorio series around Krastorio and space exploration. I'm Icon, and we're gonna do great things during the next few episodes. After finishing the laboratory area, I connected a few more laboratories into that. I'm pretty sure, if I didn't miscalculate that, I could connect something around 60 laboratories to that. If I would assume that on average one tech card needs 30 seconds to be processed, so they could process basically 2 tech cards per minute, and well, it came down to around 60 that could be facilitated. But at the same time, when I checked this out here, I figured right now we're only at 32, but let's go back to this here. While we have these spikes here, I do use a lot more power there. So I was like around 30-ish here when I was on the last full power route. So today I also want to check out those boilers, and we're gonna start conquering our way towards the iron ore, and I don't know, maybe build some car. I haven't fully decided yet. But also we're gonna put up some railroads as soon as we conquered that land. I'm gonna build some automated place to whip up some mining drills and such. I've got plans to fill this episode. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is that I noticed that Krastorio or AAI Industries, I don't know which mod it is, changed the boilers to only need 20 water per second. I'm used to higher consumption numbers, but that means this one pump will be facilitating way more than only the wait, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Way more than only these 20 on 40 grid. I can expand that by a lot. So that's what I also want to do, because I'm not happy with the power output right now. But to upgrade that, I figured it would be also pretty cool to automate the production of those steam engines. So, long story short, it's gonna be a lot of things to be done. Also, I connected here a little bit of something to create railroads from now on, because we're gonna need a lot of them. I cropped out old miners and reinstalled new ones to claim those patches better. All those neat little things we have to do. So let's head back to the area where I actually want to build and grab some resources on the way, because we will need more handcrafting. Sadly, right now I'm still on a point in the game where handcrafting is quite important. So what did change over here? I did bring up a little facility for gun turrets and clips, so we're able to conquer the world better. And I guess that's what I want to start with today, because I'm quite unhappy with the amount of biters in my vicinity, especially around here and here. They're really blocking my building plans, and well, it's time to sport yet another time how great the Fill For Me mod can be. It just does one thing. It drops down rifle magazines into those turrets when I place them, making the turret creep into a well, it's not a turret creep anymore. It's more a offensive turret war. Yes, that's cheesy, but I don't know. It's just my style. Long-term viewers of my Factorio series know my stance about biters in this game. I either go for a full biter survival, so which means I'll really make myself uncomfortable with these guys, then I won't be using these mods and amp up their difficulty and whatnot, or I take them as like this, as some barriers that need to be overcome with materials and resources, but no super high pressure gameplay element, because I don't know, that's just not what I like every day. But that's the beauty of sandbox gaming. Have it your way. Alright, there we go. So the biters here with Krastorio leave behind this purple stuff here. We have to harvest that later to for other tech packs, but we're far away from that. Okay, so that has worked out brilliantly. So I now feel a lot safer around here. And now let's get started around the other pieces of business here. I really want to bring up automated steam engines, at least, because the boilers, they really are a low resource cost endeavor. Just a few pipes and a few furnaces, that's all. But these thingies here, they're way more annoying to begin with. So I had this little facility here that's always been only a storage instrument, but today we're gonna change that. Just want to know how. I will do this like, yeah, let's do this like that. The spaghetti is strong in this factory, you know. Alright, let's do it like that. So this way I already have a little production facility for those electric motors I'll need for the steam engines. Does make a lot of things way easier to begin with. So I'll just fetch a few more plates from here. Oh, this is efficiency-wise, this is a nightmare. This is so bad efficiency-wise what I'm doing. I'm loving it, by the way. But I just want to point it out that when you want to build efficient around those materials, I'm not really on it right now. But that's the thing with this game. To be truly efficient, you always need the right tools to do the job. And right now, before I have conquered the necessary material amounts, there's really no use in being sad about that. Because I can't even produce more iron than I have right now. Once we have connected that stuff, I want to optimize the material flow here a bit more, because I really don't like what's happening here so far, but one thing at a time. So, oops, and here goes the combo belt of iron gear wheels and electric motors, because I really feel like we should be wanting that. And now, well, let's see. There's a heavy deficit? Oh, okay. So this bad boy here would love to have way more copper cables if we would let him. So first up, let's improve the output. Can I improve the intake of copper cables at this point? Don't really think so. So we're going to do another one of those right here. Because I guess one facility for of electric motors won't be really enough. Wait a sec. We're gonna do it like that. So let's check out if this will work out better. So we're gonna do a quite similar thing here. It'll all make sense in a moment, don't worry. Alright, now this guy here will need one of those. So this will be my little facility for electric motors, an extra facility. Fed by 2 copper cable factories. Now I even have a slight surplus. That's what I wanted to say. So now I just need to arrange those things a bit. So definitely not gonna blueprint this one, but it does the job quite decently. All right. So to get those things going, I really would like to start out somewhere else, but oh my god, never mind. Assemblers need bricks. Okay, that's a completely different story. I don't have access to bricks in mass production right now, so let's just continue with one topic, and that's increasing the power production, because I really feel like I want to do this. Oh, wait a sec, do I really need one of those big boys? Nah. Take 2 of those. So the good thing about all this, now I got a belt with extra surplus electric motors. I'm gonna use those later for something good. But for now, this is all I'm gonna need to expand my power network. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's gonna be the next thing I want to do. All right, let's talk about bricks. How I'm going to bring in bricks. This can't be that hard. I mean, I have a belt of these items here. So, well, but I think I'm gonna stick with some half measures. So we're gonna do this. Oh, I need belts, but luckily I just need to go down there and grab them. Happy about that. So slowly I'm turning this place into some sort of precursor of a base. Oh yeah, science. Let's do some science. I keep waiting for the science until I record, and then I keep forgetting about science. So the gas power stations are really one thing I want to research next, because I love gas power stations. I'm gonna expand my regular steam power one more time nevertheless, though, because I feel like it is a very, very beneficial thing to do. So let's cut this at this point, because I really want to have this one here in a mix, on a mixed belt. No, that's the wrong one. Oh man, I keep connecting them wrongly. It's just somehow my brain always has a hard time for planning these things properly. Okay. So maybe this was a little bit too high. There we go. Because there's nothing better than, oops, just a mixed belt feeding your facilities there. I know I could just bring up some processed fuel here too. That would be even more efficient. But I don't wanna. I just want to create a quick intake of bricks for my situation here. And if we check out this thing here, it's a huge coal patch connecting here to my ammo facility. So this is not even remotely connected to my power production, and therefore that's fine. I guess I'll be optimizing that later, nevertheless though. But for a quick solution, I take that one. The ability to use processed fuel is a it's really tickling me to over optimize my smelters and furnaces here, but well, I'm able to resist that. Okay, let's deconstruct a few of those stones here. Always take care to replace any accidentally severed power poles. Okay, but this one here was such an important step in my production chain, because bricks are necessary on so many different production chains. Oh, I have a better idea. It's really crazy to not have an automated input in your mall area. So, in case you're wondering, my long-term plans are to only keep this place here as a proper installation, and pretty much all of this here, everything which doesn't have a tag yet, is just a temporary facility, which is meant to be deconstructed at some point. Knowing myself and my laziness, there's a really good chance that I'll just keep it, because I'll never change a running system. But at least I want to share my plans with you. So now we got the gas power stations. We're going to have a lot of fun with those. Let's research sulfur processing next to get access to sulfuric acid. Because sulfuric acid is one of those big keystone technologies in this game as well, to me at least. So we're gonna do this. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Or well, maybe not like that. More like that. Just keeping a little bit of room between those strings. Okay, so I did it wrong. So I didn't realize that these bad boys only stack up to 10. Okay. I also created myself my first car. Luckily, with the AAI Industries mod, the car does run with processed fuel. When you're only running Krastorio, you have a little bit of a harder time, and oh man, me finally having my car back. As a German, I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit cliche, but I love cars. I keep hearing a lot of people talk bad about cars whenever I see all those memes and, you know, but people killing themselves with cars. I love them. Don't know what's wrong with them. So, okay. Let's do this. Since there's now actually a really good reason to do this, I want to do this. So where's the fuel processor? Here. I'm gonna drop down a few here. And since my car needs processed fuel, it's only fair to bring up the processed fuel here too. So I'd say this should be totally sufficient. Now I'm doing that. Nevertheless, batteries are right next to the thing. You know, for batteries you need sulfuric acid, and when you check out what unlocks here by the research of batteries, you see why I definitely want those. Batteries are such a wonderful tech. You can do so many different things with batteries, robotics among a few others, among a lot of other wonderful things. So we're gonna just remove that. Don't need that anymore. That didn't work anyways, what I built there. I just noticed that I connected the fuel intake here. Me of this dry. Good thing that I came by for another visit here. So, correcting my foolish mistakes. And let's reconnect that. Okay, so now that these things have been dealt with, I'm gonna return and construct those assemblers. Normally, I wouldn't even spend my time recording a construction like this, but since we're running AAI Industries here and everything pretty much runs a lot more complicated than before, I really don't mind that we're doing this here. So, first up, we need those burner assembling machines. And before we can do burner assembling machines, I need automation cores. Oh my god. These production chains, they're massive. Okay. So, checking out the situation here. Well, I want to change one thing here. It doesn't really change anything in terms of efficiency, but I do that for my organization of this place. Yeah, you're allowed to laugh now when I'm talking about organization. But the thing here is I want to have this belt here for intermediate products and this belt here for the finished products, basically. So, flamables. That's what we're gonna need for fuel, but for now I just prefer the filter inserter, because the filter inserter tech enables me also to create, what were they called again? The inserter upgrades, yeah. And these are really tasty. The inserter upgrades basically allow you to fetch more items per rotation of your inserter, and that's a very, very desirable thing. So I need a few more assembler machines because I ran out of them. So let's recheck the automation cores here. Iron sticks, iron gear wheels, and copper plates. I'm not using Helmod here because I don't feel like I would benefit too much from it, because I don't plan on calculating efficient setups here. I just want to create something that works somehow, you know. And speaking about creating something, I'm out of steel again. Yuck. So I keep spamming those fast inserters more because I don't know if I really need them or not, but I don't. I want to make sure that I don't have not enough capacity here, you know. So therefore, overkill is the motto. Okay. So I'll put the next assembler down here and fetch those automation cores. And that's, by the way, the reason why I don't, why I just built an improvised setup here, and I'm not aiming for any proper intermediate facilities or ratios or whatnot, because I feel like I wouldn't really profit too much from that anyways. So, oh, I just noticed that. Yeah, I need to do that, because I am not really willing to invest that amount of work into something, into some kind of machinery that's doomed to work inefficiently because I don't have the necessary materials, you know. Okay, so that's that. If you were, in case you were wondering why I'm building that sloppy, there's method to my madness. Okay, so now I've finally fetched up the automation cores, which I'll need for these thingies here. So let's check. We got the stone bricks, we got the iron plates, we got the automation cores. Gonna change the drop pattern here because it's very beneficial to my plans here, for now at least. Don't know, do I really want to do that like this? Yeah, we're gonna do this. I don't know if I'm gonna regret the mixed belt of bricks and automation cores, because it does sure sound a little bit odd, but wait, well, maybe it'll work out. So one thing I wanted to check out was the items per second. So if I would just connect one more of those thingers here, and then just drop near. Oh no. So let's do this like that. There we go. Sometimes they, the inserters tend to bug out if they are not able to drop down something, but I guess everything here is fine. So, okay, that's working out as intended. All right. So this way, I want to check out. We do have a certain overproduction here. So now I am actually trying to optimize it a little bit. But honestly, I do know how friggin' many automation cores we will need during our little adventure here. So I'll rather put up 2 machines. So I guess now we're... Oh, it's even. Nice. That's what I like to see. All right, so back to business. For a assembling machine of these materials, of burner inserters, let's check out. I'll drop them down here. Everything else will be boogaloo, or even down here. Just taking measure where I'm going to produce my items, because this is going to be a little bit of a larger production chain there. So, well, whatever. Let's start out here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pipe those guys over here and over there. So this way, I should finally have all that I'll need. So I guess that's one of those crazy stories where you just slap on some fast inserters into every direction and stop thinking about it. I mean, 9.6 basic inserters to satisfy that crazy machine. So I'm out of fast inserters, so I just spammed too many. But we're also pretty much at the end of today's episode as well. So I just want to finish that little assembling array here. So let's check out. For these guys here, we're gonna need the electric motors and the burner assembling machines. So easy, easy, easy. So this odd job of a machine will work out for now, because I really don't want to overstress my my designs here in any way. Pretty sure I'll need some fast inserters, but I'm gonna fetch the steel necessary for those between those episodes. So there we go. So between this and the next episode, 2 things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fetch up some more steel, and I'm gonna expand this power plant a bit, because that's not really a too exciting process to watch. We're just gonna plop down those machines and increase the fuel production a tad bit, and that's that. So that's nothing too exciting. Next episode, I don't know if I'm missing out some things here. I'm going to think about that, and we're slowly going to work towards this area here, where we have to break down a few nests and set up a few more radar panels. And oh yeah, miners. We're gonna produce miners next episode, because I want to have mass production of miners, and I really want to have enough mining drills to tap that whole field when I go up here, no half measures. I don't want to travel too often into that area there. And once we have all the necessary materials here, miners pre-produced, all that stuff connected, we're just gonna lay down a railroad connection leading over here, down to here, down to here. Well, maybe I have dismantled the start. Maybe I'm going to dismantle the starting base. I don't know. But actually, my plan was to set up a trail, a train station in this area here. So I have plenty of room to load and unload those trains, expand the network if necessary, and whatnot. I don't want to connect that too close to the hub. Just leaving place for those things. All right, that's the preview for our next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment as usual. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. We're gonna see each other soon. Goodbye. Hey there, welcome back to episode 12 of my Krastorio and space exploration playthrough series. I'm Icon and we're back in business. So just like I had mentioned last episode, I plugged in a new factory here for power production. We're gonna be using that for quite some more time. Whoa, I guess. Okay, I got lucky. The meteorites didn't hit my factory. So yeah, meteorites are a pest. Yeah, I'm not gonna rely on steam power forever, but until I have oil acquired, I'm gonna do that. So, like I mentioned last episode, we're not quite done yet with our crazy facility mumbo jumbo here. I'm quite happy with how things are going. I mean, I finally got a automated production of these bad boys here. Oh my god. Sorry, I didn't mean to produce that many, but we're really, I'm really happy about that. So today I want to create a little automated process for these bad boys here. So as we see here, there's a lot of things we need to do beforehand. So first up, we need regular motors. I have none of those yet, so let's put them on the table too. I feel like I want to do something like that. Yeah, that looks like a plan to go. So I also fetched up a few more steel plates, so therefore we have no problems at all. So here we go. One does oversupply them even. Alrighty, nice. So that's it's gonna be a little oh, let's do this like that. Now, this is going to be a little producer for our needs. Because some machines do still need regular motors. A lot of machines do actually only need electric motors, whatever. So I just saw here a nice opportunity to make things a little bit easier here for me. So let's make it easy then, and here, splitter it, bang. So this is already almost all the stuff this production facility will need, and yeah, I like my solution. You too? So this is going to be all we need for this kind of scenario. Because I don't want to overstress myself here with this kind of facility. All right, that's that. And next up, we will need what? Let's check that out. Electric motors and iron gear wheels. So exactly this thing here needs to be brought up there, or well, we're just going to. I know. Just realized there's a way easier way to pipe that stuff through. There we go. So maybe if I'm it's a tad bit too narrow, so we have to relocate things a little bit. but this is going to work. There we go. So, voila. This little machinery here will have all the necessary inputs to be happy about this, and will happily output complete miners for me. There we go. I am quite proud of myself, if I might say so. It's those little improvised machineries that I really love to do. They are a secret passion of mine. So let's see, how many long-handed inserters do they actually need? Come on. Let's pretend like they were working on maximum efficiency. I don't know if they do, but I want to try to pretend like they did. Okay, so one last thing that I really want to do are these friggin' power poles. So AAI Industries has a obsession with putting smaller production things into the next tier. Like the medium electric pole needs small electric poles here. So we're gonna see through. We're gonna continue with this madness. So let's do this and a few more. Okay. Now then, let's check this out. We're gonna need copper cables for that. So I'll just tap into this here. Or do I? Nah, it's too unprofessional. Let's split it off and make the ratios go horrible. It's way more professional. So let's see if my fantasy will work out or not. Oops. So turns out we have to work around those pipes here a tad bit. There we go. Well, they're also here interfering with my production chain. Have to put things over here then. Let's do this like that. Crazy little improvisation here. I really enjoy building those a lot. They are like one of my favorite pastimes in this game. Building little improvised arrays. So, there we go. And I'm gonna output that with a long-handed inserter here. Oh, of course, that's the wrong side. Sorry, there we go. That's more like it. Alright, and up here, what does this thing need? Iron beams, iron sticks, and copper cables. Alright. So, iron beams, iron sticks, and copper cables. So, how, okay, this works out together just perfectly. Alright, so iron beams, iron sticks. So let's just say we create something like that. Here's the iron beam factory, obviously. So we have these components now. Now what we're lacking would be a copper cable. Could produce that here. And I think this should be it. So let's see if my plans work out or not. So copper cable. I think this should do the trick, yeah. All right, let's plug it in. So, do we? Well, the iron beams are, as always, the biggest issue here being super slow. I think, let's check it out. How many iron beams does one of those things need? Well. Bummer. That really downgrades the whole facility by a lot. So I would need to do at least one of those. Yeah, well, let's do this then. It's not really a problem. It's just a very tinkery build, but little do I care. So what I'm gonna do here is just create another supply here. So let's check it out. Are these okay with each other? Items per second? No, not at all. So this would be, there would be a massively higher amount of products needed to make that thing somewhat balanced, but I don't care. I'm just assuming that we're close to some kind of efficiency that's enough for my taste. So let's reduce that down to this. And the last thing I really would like to have now is a little box like this, working out like that. So I'm gonna store a lot of these bad boys in there because I want to pre-produce a few of those, because obviously we need tremendous amounts of them. So yeah, medium power poles. There's I'm far away from being able to facilitate those in a meaningful way. Whoa, 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 whoa! I don't want shotguns, especially not 5 of them. So the only thing I derped out to automate are construction nanobots. But well, this ain't so much of an issue. Alright, the last few things we need now would be radar panels. So let's see, I need a few more of those, but no problem at all handcrafting a few of those. Okay, so let's check out. I got lots of clips, I got a few belts, I got the miners, I got the... Okay, so the thing here is when we're going for such a long travel here, I better stock up with all the necessary things, because it's gonna be a long road home. So, I did produce inserters here, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't produce inserters here. Oh my god. So I won't be doing this now on today's episode, because that's just silly. But yeah, we definitely need some more materials here for that. So also I need to automate some loaders, so there's always something. Alright, so I just hope that the amount of material I have on my person will be enough to go through this. Alright, so let's check this out. What I'm going to research here next. How about explosives? Because I want to be able to get rid of those cliffs as soon as possible. Alright, now... I forgot the stones, didn't I? Well, acquiring rocks is never a big issue here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm gonna travel over here, and I want to install a radar panel from connecting from there to there. And while we're at it, we're gonna eradicate those biters. It's a little bit weird for me to kill biters in that in these numbers with just yellow bullets, because usually I always have red bullets, but steel is really a pain to produce, and I don't really have any larger amounts of iron available, so that had to wait. Oh, the grappling gun. That's an space exploration exclusive item. We're gonna experiment around with that someday soon. So landfill, I can create that out of sand here too, okay. But I want to have landfill. Simple reason behind that, I really want to facilitate the the areas more thoroughly. So let's see if we're going to lose a few turrets here this time or not. Most likely not. It's a little bit overpowered what I'm doing here. I'm well aware of that. But I'm not the least little bit ashamed. Alright, there we go. If I had designed this game, I would have never allowed gun turrets needing no ammunition, needing no electricity ever. I don't know how that abomination ever has been nodded off by the designers of this game. Honestly, that's to me, I don't approve that, but whatever. Let's just use it to our own advantage. All right, so I'm tired of this, so let's just bam. Do my bidding, robots. I love that. Really love that. All right, so we're done with this, and now, well, same question as usual. Do you take the car or do you not take the car? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop the car at the roughly at the end of our road, because you always have to do these things unless you're fully automated robot-wise. All right, but now we dive deep into foreign land and establish some radar panels. Also notice how slowly my HP are regrowing here. So you need those medipacks here. And there is now Long Way Home. So landfill has been researched. So let's see what else. Advanced material processing. I don't know. Not too interesting here. Fluid access handling. Hell yeah. That's basically the one technology which makes oil fun. Without this technology, oil is no fun. Get that? Nah, it's not that brutal. I've seen really neat solutions from people how to handle the vanilla game oil business, but I really don't like that. Long story short, fluid access handling allows you to just burn off any fluids you don't want to have, and we're online now, so I'm gonna decimate that camp here too. Just want to get rid of all the nests now that are... Oh, never mind. After seeing those cliffs, I have reconsidered my plans. Okay, so 46 MW, 64 MW. That's a rather meager amount, but well, what can I do? So it's a long way home. That's why I tried to pick up as many necessary materials as possible, because it's a long way home. So let's whip out the termite bots and carve away through this green hell. I like to put it out more dramatic than it is. So yeah, there's 3 biter nests up ahead of us. Well, does anybody know if there's a mod that's basically enabling you to build some kind of a remote that summons your car to you? That would be totally a thing I would like to have. I'd deeply appreciate any information about that in the comments. So I can't reach those. Oh, look at that. Those are bigger worms this time. Look at how much damage they tank. So, that's why I brought up the higher amount of turrets here. Robots, do my bidding. So, fluid access handling. How about increasing the power of my bullets then? If the enemies grow stronger, so can I. What am I deconstructing here? Oh, just some stone. Well, stone is actually quite handy here. So, I better expect some heavier opposition here. Gosh, I really need to put those onto middle click to clear shortcut. Was it like that? Yeah. I really need to click myself? I can't imagine that this is really how it's meant to be. So if anybody knows how to easily use that, yeah. Help a shortcut noob like me out. So I'm gonna walk a circle around those. That's one of the safest ways to never walk away twice, because this makes it harder for those big worms to actually hit you. Whenever you backtrace, these big worms might be actually hitting you. But if you're just moving forward, it's pretty impossible for them to hit you. At least that's what I assume. Wow, those big worms are really... That's just medium worms. But the issue is mainly behind my ammo I'm using. The ammo I'm using is really weak. And I also didn't bring too many upgrades into this. So yeah, a medium worm really packs quite a punch and tanks quite a lot if you're under-equipped like me here. So, but we're now back and actually able to take control over this area. There's just one more camp from our enemies here right next to me. So let's just reacquire those turrets real quick. Oh, was that a damaged one? You don't want to put damaged turrets into the inventory. They clutter. So what I'm going to do now as a fun little exercise is I'm going to research some more firepower, and when we're done with those research projects, I'm going to attack those baddies here. Until then, I want to work around another radar panel because I want vision. Let's see, is that still covering up my... Yes, it is. Okay. Just want to make sure that the whole iron patch is still in the radar panel vicinity, but no problem on that department. Okay. So that's actually right. There we go. But power poles, forget it. That's never enough power poles. Yeah, so I really started to pre-produce them a little bit too late. It's well, there's always a little bit of something. So. But I guess we should be just fine. There's one thing though, I wanna check it out. Well, a little bit of a drunk line here, but whatever. Drunk power poles are drunk. Guess that will make it easier though to hit town. Alright, we conquered the area here. And now everything's ready for the big bad mining ops. So that's gonna be real fun. Because it's going to be one of the largest mining operations I ever did in this series so far. Oh, well, okay, that's easy. But Jokes aside, I really enjoy setting up mining outposts which are really far away from my home area. It's always kind of a conquest adventure, and I really want to bring up another radar panel, at least here, to do some recon. Also, these two new radar panels here will do a lot of scouting for me. So now it's time to bring the car. Weapon shooting speed has been researched. So no more weapon shooting power available right now. That's sad. So let's check out, what do I want to research here? Stronger explosives. I really like to research all those stackables once I'm at a certain point where I don't want to research just wildly ahead. I really don't like to just expand my options without no reason at all. It's just confusing to have too many items in your crafting panel that you don't even know what they're meant to be used for. At least for me, that is. Maybe you're smarter than me on that department. Alright. So I'm just picking up a few stones here, and I also want to create a lot of nanobots here out of those stones. That's why I'm harvesting them a little bit here with my bots. Alright, so let's get over to this. Look at that beauty. It's massive. So it's not really massive, but it's a very dense patch. It's 3.2 millions condensed on this little area here, but that's actually really good, because this way I'll need less miners and I can provide more output. So but this thing is really a funky little fella. So no more stackables available. Okay, sad. So nano explosives. This enables your nanobots to chunk cliff explosives onto cliffs. I really like that upgrade. So let's do this like that. It's a little bit of a odd arrangement, but it should cover up all of them. All right, so let's bring up a few belts. All right. So next step is this side. All right. And now let's advance there. So by this little strategy, I really like that, because you don't need to think much about that. I just put up a imagined grid where I just keep running past and check out if I need to put down miners or not. The goal is to grind the whole field empty and always leave a free grid here between every column. So that's one thing, but the other thing, 22 miners. Okay, we can patch in a few more. So let's see, we need this. This way I just plug them in wherever I think they're necessary. So this is going to be way too many miners for the capacity of this yellow belt here. But first up, I really plan on performing on a red belt at some point. And apart from that, I always think it's not bad to have a few too many miners on a mining street, because these patches will run dry at some point, and unless you're willing to travel here every time a miner runs out, if you just, like, let's say, have connected 35 miners of 30, because your yellow belts can only pack 30, you can at least wait until 5 run dry before you come back and re-optimize it. really want to go down that hard. Alright, let's check out. How many did I place down here? 49. And the other block there are now 42. So once we upgrade to red belts, we could connect 60 of each. So I'd say I leave it like that. We're gonna start our journey over there. Let's research cliff explosives. I mainly do that because cliff explosives are like my favorite tech to rush. Because I really don't like to work without them at all. It's a personal thing of mine. Oh no. The spaghetti is winding the wrong way. Oh, dang. Alright, then we have to. I really like to organize my paths like this. You're gonna see why in a sec. And that's gonna be the end of today's episode. So we only set up the basics, and the next episode I'm gonna set up the logistics. We're gonna bring a massive train track project back to our base. It's gonna be quite a lot of work. Yeah, so that's that. We're gonna work with a warehouse here, or two, I don't know yet, just to make sure that my miners get to chunk out as much as possible here, you know. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. We're gonna continue there next episode, and oh, I can't wait for that. So I wonder if I can't imagine that I have enough train tracks though. That's the thing. This distance is really wide, but whatever. See you guys next time. Leave a comment down below, leave a like, leave a subscribe. I'd be deeply delighted about your support. Until then, have a great time, and see you then. Bye-bye. Hey there, friends. Welcome to episode 13 of my Krastorio 2 and space exploration playthrough series. I'm Icon, and today I hope we're gonna acquire all that necessary iron, finally. So, last episode we set up a large mining operation here. I didn't power it up yet, so that's the first thing we're gonna do for today. And then we will work around the logistics, because we will need a train system to transport these goodies from one end of the map to the other. So usually I wouldn't want to do that without loaders, without stack inserters, but since we have loaders, this is not so much of an issue. Okay, there we go. Just connecting all those bad boys up. And then we're gonna connect all that iron ore into the warehouse, and from the warehouse to the train station. I hope, at least. So I'm gonna bring up a very, very simple system here, because I really have no clue about more complex train situations. To be completely honest here, this is going to be my first train installation in the game ever, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay. Before that, I always avoided working around with them, because it's been several years since I watched the last train tutorial, and it all looked terribly complicated. But as with many things in life, more often than not, things are looking way more complicated than they actually are. And I'm very sure that with the trains, it's going to be exactly the same sentiment. Alright, let's go. So first up, we're gonna bring in the loaders here to make sure that our facility will work with high pressure there. So next step will be to bring up. Yeah, we're gonna eradicate those biters first, because they're bad for business. So now we're working with upgraded turrets compared to the last time. I don't really think there's too much difference really noticeable here. Well, I think the medium worms are dying a little bit faster than the last time, but I wouldn't really. Yeah, they are. I never actually tried how much difference there is between the upgrade levels of your turrets, or much more your ammo. I pretty much always just upgraded the turrets like crazy before I ever had first contact with the biters. Here we go. Okay, so we got rid of that, and now we can have some fun. Here's my car. I got all the train tracks in my car, and I think I can safely put the these thingies back, the clips back into the car. There we go. Wrong button. All right, so let's bring it out. I wondered if it wouldn't be very simple to let's see, just to have one of those thingies here and one of those thingies there. Just wanted to check out if that works. So just a few easy train tracks here, and where's the cargo wagon here? So let's check out if so I can't connect loaders just to the rails like that, so I'll need to have inserters on that job. Hey, dang. Alright, so stack inserters are way to go. What am I lacking here? Silicon and advanced electronics, so that means we're really far away from that. So sadly, well, it doesn't look like I could do it like easy like that. All right. So thing here is doing this operation with fast inserters is terribly inefficient, but I'd say it's the best I can do for now. So we're gonna cut it out there, and or maybe I was too narrow there. Let's check that out. I mean, I do want to have some distance between the actual warehouse and the train tracks. It's always advisable to do so. All right, so we have to say. So this thing will always be loaded at this position, because if we check it out, it will travel from there up to here, be loaded, and then travel down there. It's just to know where your wagons are at. I think I have to keep that in mind. Well, let's check that out. I always like to do things without tutorials. It might be foolish, but at the same time, I always feel like you learn the most by just trying around for yourself. So let's try it one more time. Maybe it was too narrow, but I can't imagine that it's this easy. No. So we have to just accept this will be a job like that. Oops. Well, usually I would work with the stack inserters, but let's see. That should work somehow, you know. So that's one track, and that's going to be the other track. So there we go. I hope that'll work out somehow. It's far from being optimal, but it'll also take forever to load them up like that. but little do I care. So we're gonna drop a train stop right here. This is going to be the first train stop. It's called Viking. Okay, I like that. So we have as a condition here, full cargo inventory. There we go. So now I want to create a loop here to make sure that we're able to oh, that looks like it really didn't connect there. Just like that. All right, let's here. But now that's not connected with each other. So how to connect those things? Holding down shift places down like this. Okay, so I really feel like that train placement system is a pain. But maybe I'm just too silly to use it. It's, as with many things in this game, more often than not, the user is actually the problem. All right. So all I want to achieve here is to loop the tracks back like that. All right. Just to make sure that we're gonna be able to loop that thing back on back home. There we go. Very, very simple construction. I'm gonna do a similar thing on the other side, and the other train stop will just be will just have the waiting condition until the train's empty. Only one train on the tracks. Nothing too special. All right, so that should work out. Let's see if I have to expand that train at some point. There's one thing we have to take care of, and that's the fuel, because these locomotives are actually coal powered. So let's put in some coal, and there we go. All right. If I wouldn't have the car here, I would actually just drive with the train and build the tracks while doing that. But, well, with the car, I think I want to do it like that. Alright, let's place down some tracks. Let's check out the map one more time. Okay. So I'm gonna pause here and just drop down the train network and continue the video once we're there, because honestly, placing down those tracks is not as half as interesting as watching me fail around with the rest of the train track. See you then. Alright, back on track. Ha, quite literal. So, a few minutes later, I am already noticing that I just didn't know what I was doing. And placing down tracks, once you're doing it a while, it's really, really easy. Especially, well, holding down shift just gives me the option to ghost things, and that's really good. Wait a sec. Is that even a thing? Or is that, there's so many cliffs around here, I need to remove the foliage. So I went back to recording because we're almost there, and I figured at the end of this situation I wanted to show for a moment that I've mastered the monstrosity of the user interface, and we actually did it. So I really need to put that curvature a little bit more narrow, and let's deforest this here a bit. Pretty dense, but also, I'm almost back at home. So, oh, speaking about almost back at home, that means I can just grab a few new termite bots to yeah, fetch that up. Nice. Also, I'll need a few more resources, especially since I'm gonna need to produce a few more fast inserters for when we're building the unloading station. Also, I'll need one more train stop. Rail signals, we're not really, we won't be really needing them right now, because rail signals and such are only necessary if you are actually running several trains at once on the same tracks, which I'm not. That was the whole idea here, to make a very beginner-friendly train system, because I am a beginner myself with trains, and also I really like to put up simple examples for solutions, because I always see people making really impressive train setups. I felt like I'm gonna make a very unimpressive train setup which works well. Don't want to talk bad about my work here either, but I know that there's still a lot to learn. The train signal things, that's something for another day. And I personally always think, when you don't need to make things complicated, there's no reason to make them complicated. And at this point, all I'm interested in is a nice little unloading station that allows me to gather all the iron ore from that patch up there and transport it into my hub. I don't have any other interests in this whole thing. Okay, so now the downside with all that is we have to walk all the way back now to get the train. You know, that's a tad bit of a way to go here. So there's another thing I want to do, and that's gonna be piping in some coal into that. But before we do anything else, there are two things. I want to place down one more train signal, and then we're gonna pause the video one more time, because I'm gonna just walk all the way back up there. And honestly, as I mentioned before, there are a few things that aren't just that exciting to watch. So we're gonna put down the train station here. And, well, maybe I can order it from afar. I never tried that, so let's see. Add another station, and that's the Nicholas Marshall. And that's empty cargo. And let's see. No path, it says. Well, she wants to start, but she doesn't see any pathing here, so let's see where the conflict happens. Pretty sure there must be a single interruption or such in the train tracks. Or, well, sadly, I expected as much. We're gonna try and correct that on the way there, so we're gonna meet each other again at the actual locomotive. See you then. Alright, and there we are. So I fixed up a few patches that clearly made it understandable for me why things didn't work out, and let's just drive a bit with our new train. There's nothing more fun than trying out something new that you've built up. Trains do feature way more speed than cars or most other thingies do, and I wanted to have a little drive-through here to show off the tracks we've built, and that's just the reason. Imagine that with a belt system, because you would need at least 2 belts of that length, and yeah, so it would be a real pain. So luckily it looks like everything's fine. All right. So let's break down a little bit. We're almost there. And that's our train station. So now we're gonna bring up a few more train tracks, because just like the last time, I want to have a circle here. There we go. So, well, I just realized that the circle would have been better on that side, but whatever. It doesn't really matter that much. Can we please, does that work out? Doesn't look like it works out, so let's, if that's the case, let's just deconstruct it. They didn't really connect. These loopings are the only thing that really confuses me still a bit. So let's just drive a little bit backwards. I think that's easier to construct that way. So I want a full looping back onto the track, and let's just make it like that, and maybe now it's making more sense. So it turns out when I hold down shift, it has more trouble reconnecting with that. Okay, but now I got all the stuff I need. So let's get back into the train. Let's see, does it stop at the station? No. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace that station manually to exactly this spot. Okay, so delete that. Rory Bader. Only when you're empty. Alright. So two things I'll need, and that's now some unloading option for my so let's try that one more time. I'm pretty sure it won't work, but okay. The hope is what dies last. So well, how am I going to put this up? I'm gonna make this like that. So let's make a bay for each. This is all rather odd now that I don't have the stack inserters. Stack inserters would be way better. I would just well, or wait, now I know what I want to do. That's way to go. I'm not gonna work with containers here. With belts here, we're gonna work with containers. So this will take a while until they're completely unloaded. I'm well aware of that, but it's the best I can do for now, you know. So, oh gosh, I can't build inserters right now. No. Okay. I have to fetch up a few iron plates, so be right back with the necessary materials. So there we are. I really didn't want to do this without loaders here, because it's already horrible enough to set this up like I do here. So we're gonna be working on this. As soon as I have the stack inserters available, I'm going to replace a lot of that logistic. But for now, I don't really see any better way of doing this, so we have to work out with the tools that I have right now, because sadly I don't see any real option to substitute trains during this phase of the game. Normally I would say, come on, we don't need trains at this point, we're gonna do that later, don't you worry. But right now I disagree a lot, because no way on Earth is there enough iron ore in my base. So, well, how to do this? So I'd say I'll combine the belts of each wagon into one belt once I pipe that out. So we're gonna let it look a lot like this. So we have now splitters, combining those. Let's burn that away. And now all I need is to plug that stuff into another warehouse. Because at this point, I personally think it's very, very, very important that we make sure that there's always enough room here in my at this train station, that my trains will never have to wait unnecessarily long, because that would be very, very unfortunate. So we're gonna need a few more loaders again to make sure this is being connected. All right. So with this little kind of thing, I'll be finally able to automate that train. But there's another thing I wanted to do before I do that. We have to provide fuel for the train as well, you know, and therefore here goes the fuel supply. I hope this will work like that. Is there a stone in the way? No, not like this. All right, whatever. Okay. So, new one, Michael Dirksen, empty cargo. There we go. So, well, this will take quite a while, just like I had expected. I mean, usually that's where your good friend, the stack inserter, helps you. But, well. Alright, but at least the fuel supply does work out. And now all we'll need is, that's not really good. All we'll need now is just to wait until this all works out. And then she shouldn't have done that, honestly, because she's not empty yet. But maybe that's because it's a good question why the train now goes off like that. But let's see what happens up here. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, I don't know. Like I mentioned before, I really have little to no real knowledge about trains, so now she's hitting town here. There's a high possibility that this train just went off and started the program at step 1. So I think the real question is, will this train come back here and be loaded here? But if the answer is yes, everything worked out fine. I don't know. I think the train itself just started that program, and that's all. Now he's waiting for the full cargo inventory, and then afterwards he just should start away. Yeah, sadly that really... Sorry. Well, okay, but it will work out for now, and it will supply me with a quite substantial amount of iron ore, and that enables me to set up more smelters here, so I can't wait for that. Overall, we achieved what I wanted to achieve, roughly. I mean, this is still pretty rough on the edges, but, well. Stack inserters. I want to research them as quick as possible, because, okay, silicon processing. Because, obvious reasons, I'd say. Because, I really want to get this facility running in a proper way, as quick as possible. So let's see. I'm so curious if everything works out, but I'm pretty sure it does. So let's create a few more nanobot construction thingies. And oh my god. So there's a lot of little jobs to be done here and there. So what's gonna be our next topics? I'm definitely gonna bring up oh yeah, now we can watch her go. I'm definitely gonna bring up more smelters, but that's not really a big and exciting thing, because we won't be seeing too much action about that to begin with. So let's check it out. And my plans are to fetch up the smelter columns a little bit off camera and just patch them up as quick as possible and start recording then with our new found capacities. So interesting enough. Why did she go that way? Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna finish that up between those episodes too. I mean, the programming worked, you know, the programming worked. Now I just need to check out what happened wrong with these tracks. It could have been worse. Alright, thanks so much for watching. It's been my pleasure. We're gonna continue there once everything's set up. I am deeply looking forward to the future. Oh yeah, ore enrichment. That's what I want to do. So chemical tech cards are a way to go. Yeah. As you see, there's plenty of golds. It all culminates towards the first red circuits, as I see. Yeah. Golds to be taken, but I really need to fix now that problem with the train tracks. See you soon, my friends. Drop a comment down below. Leave a like, leave a subscribe as usual. I'd be deeply appreciating any support. See you soon. Bye-bye. Hi there, and welcome to episode 14 of my Krastorio and space exploration series. I'm Icon, and wow, it's a big episode of changes. So I was a busy boy between this and the last episode. I dismantled the whole base, starter base here completely. I also fixed the train situation. Well, after all, it was quite simple. The train stop was on the wrong side. I didn't notice the silhouettes of the wagons were visible that easily. Well, I mentioned that I was a complete train noob. Now I'm just a train noob. So the unloading station here, well, I really didn't spend too much thought about the spaghetti here, so please forgive me about that. I just realized in the end that unloading with these loaders and only single chests will be not too much of a fun experiment. I want to try around with warehouses. I think there should be a way easier thing to be accomplished, but I didn't want to go too deep into that. The train route now works out decently. The train gets loaded here with the iron ore, and we got that thing going. I also put up a second smelter column here. And my next goal is steel, because we will need that stuff so desperately. But with steel, it's not that easy. We need to, not only to create the necessary iron, we're going to need a complete smelter column for that. We're also going to need a lot of coke. And to get that coke, we're going to need 18 greenhouses, and that's where I want to start today. The good old steel production, and then we're going to work ourselves towards the red circuits, because red circuits are my next big goal. For one, they unlock the stack inserters. That's definitely one thing I can't wait to get my hands on. But for another really important thing, they are also the unlocking technology for the next set of tech cards. So I only have 6 greenhouses available right now, so it's I think wait a sec, green, here. We need a few new units of glass. Is there, I knew I had something in the car. Alright, I'll need wood. Oh, that comes unexpected. So, let's see. Oh, back there's a little forest. So, that's one of the things I really enjoy about Krastorio and the space exploration mod, mainly AAI. It might be a little bit tedious how everything works here, but I really do enjoy the more detailed gameplay without over-exaggerating everything so hard like other mod packs. I really enjoy the intermediate difficulty on that. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. That's yet another 6, so that's gonna be 18. I'll just pack up a few more units of wood while I'm here. So I'm really happy that everything right now works out that decently. Only putting up a half a column of steel here, basically, because I don't want to bring up 30 iron plates just for my steel production. That's hard enough as it already is, because well, 15 steel plates per second would be really, really nice, but I don't see myself packing that up right now, especially since I don't have any clue where more iron deposits can be uncovered. So let's unpack a few things. I got a lot of furnaces inside here. I got a lot of steel plates inside here. Let's store a few in there. Oh, these things, horribly outdated. Possibly should use them as fuel by now. Wanna bring up a few more belts. So by now I really got some nice arsenal of things in my car. It's really nice to see that. So with the steel plate production, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. So I decided to go into this vicinity here. This coal patch, I try to deplete it now as quick as possible. So I put up these warehouses here. They are featuring enough storage room to store that whole coal patch here, because once that's gone, I want to use that for smelting purposes. Basically, I want to mine down this whole area here, so also this has to be stored somehow. I haven't found the time yet to do that. So, but long story short, I want to smelter steel preferably here. So gonna put up the greenhouse thingy first. Okay. So I think I have one. I missed one there. Okay, so we're gonna have to handcraft a ton here. So how about, well, steam power is over here, territory-wise. I think I'm gonna dismantle the steam power across the run of this playthrough anyways, because, you know, I feel like it's better to use the oil power or nuclear at some point, or even fission. I mean, there's we're playing Krastorio here, we have options. So that's only 6 of them fitting in here. Let's drop down some belts. I really like to have belts as a orientation line. So we're gonna do it like that. So I'll need to pack up, what, 7 more of those. Oh no. So 4, 5, 6, 7. I just want to have one to put it up as a ghost. I'm not sure if I'm able to fit in 7 of those. No, pretty sure I'm not. So we're gonna place them down differently there. I'd say I'm gonna do something like that. It's 5 of them. And well, okay, we have to work with the terrain we see here. So just decided to make it a little bit less direct. There we go. Maybe not like that. One of my favorite mistakes, placing down logistics before I got the production nailed down. So how many are these now? I've lost count. 16. So we only need 2 more of them. Okay. For a moment there, I got confused about the numbers. But yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be it. A little bit of a less coordinated thing, but I'm too lazy to patch up landfill now for such an operation. That's fine. That's just fine. Because if I ever decide to do a larger steel production, I will dismantle and resettle this whole facility yet again. So I know that I have to do this 1 or 2 more times anyways. So let's oh gosh, there we go. That's that. The only thing we're missing now is the water. Luckily, at this point, I'm not that starved with material anymore. Oh, well, there's no sense to put it like that. Like, all the building material by now is not an issue anymore. Oops. And when I ever run out of something, I can just, there's a lot of stuff in my car. There's a mall now serving me. It's a really, really nice relief to, okay. Sometimes it packs me. It's just a nice relief to know that by now everything can be resupplied easily. It has been not that easy most of the time. So there we go. Let's give those bad boys the power they need. That's one thing you really gotta be caring about the wood production like that. It's really energy intensive. These greenhouses eat up a lot of power. Like that's 3.8 megawatt just for the wood production. That's a lot. I mean, right now I'm running on a production of max production of 64, so I feel like it really gives an idea. But well, we're gonna need it. So coke is being produced by adding wood and coal together in a furnace. So we're gonna need to patch up coal as well. So. Coke is a pretty labor-intense business. I like that. Without the space exploration add-on mods, you do need that. You can use the coke really good as a fuel material, but in this particular scenario, we're not gonna do that because well, that processed fuel is just good. That's really easily available. So let's plug in those recipes. There we go. Okay, now then. And thanks for reminding me that for some odd reason these facilities supply each other with water. Do they work like that? Yeah, they don't even need the pipes between each other, but I do like to keep spaces between buildings. For once, it's a visual appeal, and the other thing is it can be really quite useful. sometimes. So basic inserters, just wanted to check. So there we go. At least in this mod pack, creating wood is not such a severe pain. I've had worse. But considering that we're just dishing out 3 units of wood per second out of this whole operation, that's really quite something. You would expect more output out of that. I mean, I could also increase my output by running with the sand recipe, but I'm reluctant to that because that would need me to use stone for every production cycle of wood, and I don't feel like I want that, you know. Alright, so coal for that production cycle. I'm gonna tap into that coal here, but later we're gonna claim that coal patch. I already decided that this is gonna be a really good area to mine, because there's a lot of oil. Well, okay, it's 3.5 million, and therefore I feel like it's a really good idea to expand my business there. There's coal, there's oil, all we want to do. But for today, I will fetch the necessary coal from here. We're gonna connect these somewhere at some point in the future, but not today. I got more than enough deposits of all manner of materials, but not iron. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to core mine that iron. All right, so we're gonna be well, I'm gonna splitter that off into this. There we go. And just like that, I have the necessary materials for the coke production. So that's just gonna be 8 furnaces. I think I'm gonna array them here. 6, 8, because I think, yeah, perfect. So there's just enough room to get this job done. I like that kind of efficiency sometimes. Sometimes these things can make me really, really happy. Today is such a time. There we go. So that's gonna be 1/2 of our production. I mean, I set up a similar thing a few episodes ago, but today we're gonna do the big business, well, ish. This is like 50% of the array, but I do like the option to just lengthen that by another column of smelters, so we can do a lot of nice things here. So speaking about nice things, control copy. I just want to steal that little design here. Bang. It's just really, really nice to lend your old designs. Okay, now, is that okay for me? I'd say yes. So we're gonna leave the rest to the robots, and let's think for a moment. The real nasty thing about this whole situation here is I will need to go double belt yet again, because there's gonna be a complete belt of iron plates necessary, or I'll split it into 2 columns there. That would be the other option. Can't really say what I like more right now, but well, for now, watch the nanobots go. I like that. It's such a relief to no longer need to do these things, you know. Really like that. So we're gonna have 24 smelters producing steel. So that's just one of those columns. I'd say I'll just do a little double lane thing and invest a few more inserters, and that's that. Because honestly, it's just an extra investment of inserters, basically, and a few more belts. Speaking about which, I'm out of these materials, specifically inserters. So there's my train. This is the level of automation which really makes me happy. That's when you notice that this place is turning into a real factory. So I'll need to fetch my car because there's a lot of things in there. That's a really nasty thing about this mod pack. Space exploration features a lot of rugged and uncomfortable ground where you walk a lot slower. And well, I don't have my exoskeletons yet, but we're gonna work on that. Okay, so I'm gonna drive my car over here, just to where I'm needing it. Oops. Oops. I really like the Nanobots to repair all the damages done. Alright, there we go. Alright. Now let's fetch some more inserters because, well, metal production always is, or metal refining always is a real brutal strain on your inserter economy. So how did I do it again? I keep forgetting things. All right. So I'm going to split that off here. Easy solutions. And that's just that. And I'm going to unite these streams yet again into one of these. And then we're just gonna copy that design here, or well, no, I'm not gonna copy anything here because it's a completely new design. So we're gonna do a double belt input from this side and a single belt output on that side. So let's wait. There's gonna be the iron, and there's gonna be the fuel. I don't want to have anything too complicated here, so let's just copy that. I can measure the length of my smelter column like that. Oops. Hey, Mr. Car, you're in the way. Alright, there we go. So, there's a few little things I really like to do. If you got those nanobots and you're lazy like I am here right now, there's a few wonderful things you can do. Just copy pasting things. I like that. Really eases you work a bit. There we go. Okay, now steel recipe plugged in. So the only thing not connected yet is the coke, but we're gonna get there. So red inserters. That's why I didn't want to copy it, because I feel like if you're setting up an entirely new facility, it's way better, or an entirely new recipe, it's way better to do it completely by hand, because, well, I do mistakes if I copy too eagerly. At least that's one thing I noticed when I do it. Maybe you're smarter than me. Alright. There we go. There's the other ingredient. So question. Do I want to combine that or not? Does it even make any difference whatsoever? Well, I want to try it out. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Oh well. I could mix it in here, but I'm pretty sure it won't work out at all. That's a little bit difficult though. Well, we're gonna try it nevertheless. Maybe it'll work out. But I could imagine that this could be a problem, that the coke is also being handled as a fuel. So I guess the safest thing to do would be to remove the auto-inserted coal. Well, it's one of those moments when one of your mods is working against you, because I can't, or I don't know if there's any shortcut to remove fuel out of something. I'm pretty sure there is, because there's always something like that. There's now my hope is that if I insert processed fuel from the scratch, that the inserters will never dare to think insert coke into these furnaces as a fuel. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but this column is gonna be my experiment if that's gonna be a thing. How about that? So, do I still have processed fuel inside my pockets? Alright, there we go. Meanwhile, I'm also plundering a few new materials for myself. That's also pretty decent. So that should work somehow. Maybe. I don't know. It's worth an experiment. Because I never tried if these fuel things get overwritten or not. Oh no, I did a mistake. Okay. I'll have to fix it by hand then. Or, no, I don't. So, Shift L. Control copy. And just overwrite those settings. I hope that does work. Okay then, so time to plug it in. I've got everything I need. The only thing I'm afraid of is that my stockpile of iron ore might run a tad bit low, but except for that, I'm very confident about this. 7.5 steel plates per second. That's a pretty decent production, honestly. This will get me somewhere across the next few episodes at least. Okay, so there's that. I just want to drop away a few units of that coke, and I just want to drop away a few units of that coal. Also, I'd like to get rid of those ores somehow. Well, I'd need some place to ditch that copper into. Okay, so we got steel. Why was steel that important? Because I had, until now, no bigger automated facility where I was producing steel. So, steel is only one necessary basic material we have to patch up now. What's going wrong with you? Oh, I forgot to give them the yellow inserters. Whoopsie. Steel is only one material we lacked so far, but it's vital for any further production cycles. So I didn't want to skip it out there any longer, because now we're ready to go for the hunt on the hunt for those materials for the red circuits. Because red circuits are the next step in our evolution. So, to fetch red circuits, I need to get a production of stone and oil running. The stone production is the easier part, but well, much time is left? Not too much. So let's dive into the recipe of the red circuits as an outro for today. Because if I would go for that craziness, to create 15 per second. First off, I would need 60 tier 1 assemblers. Even if I would go tier 2 assemblers, that's just still an insane amount. So I don't think we're realistic on that end. So I'd say 5 per second maybe. There's also the necessity to create a green circuit facility, but one thing at a time. So to evaluate how many of the red circuits I really want to have, I just want to check out the... oh, I don't have a tech yet for that. Oopsie. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to see how many red circuits per second will I need to produce the next tech card. Because, well, I just want to have a few more just for some projects. And, well, that's going to be it. So, oopsie, I didn't want to go there. So, let's check that out. Why are they not showing up? My dear friends, I can produce these chemical tech cards now. Don't I? So, seems like Helmod is sleepy here. So, well, I don't know why, no, just took it a moment to realize that the tech is unlocked. So we want an output of 2. So that's going to need 2 advanced circuits per second. So that's, well... Okay. So I'd say 5 is a fair amount to aim for. So the thing here is you need those electronic components, and these need glass, plastic, and silicon. For the plastic, let's check out how much pressure there actually will be. So I'm gonna need coal for that as well. How annoying. So there we go, and there's the necessary oil. No, we're gonna do that with pump jacks, not core mining drills. So that's really, really low. That's at least something. So for the other materials, let's check it out. It's a really long chain for the glass and silicon production, but I want to check out. So it's gonna be 10 furnaces, 1 pump jack. That's not really a big operation there. All right. So I'm gonna clean out those biters until next episode, and I'm also gonna fetch up the pump jacks and such, and maybe I'm also starting to already separate that patch. I haven't fully decided yet, but thanks for watching, friends. We're now doing a few more things. I'm pretty sure that I won't be tackling it in the next episode to get those red circuits done. I have done that once, and it's really a pretty long job to do that in Krastorio, but it's a fun job, and we're gonna get to that. So drop a comment down below, leave a like, leave a subscribe. I'd be happy to see some feedback, and as usual, have a nice time, and see you soon. Bye-bye. Good day, dear friends. Welcome to episode 15 of my Krastorio and space exploration playthrough series. I'm Icon, and I did a little bit of something between the episodes. So I was really annoyed with that segmented field of minerals here, so I went forward and built a little sorting facility. Nothing too special, just a few splitters doing the job and absorbing those materials, so there's going to be a little bit less chaos here. The over excessive coal here, or well, the excess coal here, will try to flow over here, but there is a little whoopsie between those belts. Good thing that I tried to show it off. And yeah, we're piping stone in here and iron in here. I'm aware that I will need to relocate those resources later down the road, but that's fine. So other things I have decided by now. I'll build up a railroad from this stone patch down up here to my hub, because it's a really short road, and I feel like it's well, I could even do that with belts still, but I think railroads are overall just a little bit more efficient. Oh, I'm not using squeak through, and I wasn't aware of loaders being solid. New things. Okay, so meanwhile, I'm hoping that I'm going to get rid of the mixed in resources. We're going to start out with the stone here to create the resources for the red electronic circuits, but that's the red circuits are still a long way to go for us, but we're gonna get there ultimately. So I was out of miners, I think, when I tried to do this. It's the only possible answer I have to why those miners are not fully used. Okay, there we go. Just amping up the production a tiny little bit. Alright, so one thing I wanted to do here was setting up another radar panel into this direction, mainly because I want to know what's up ahead of me here, and also because that's going to be my uranium mine pretty soonish anyway, so why not already scout it? Oh, there's a nasty little cliff I haven't seen. Oh man, cliffs are my natural enemies. Oh gosh, and there would have been a natural passageway. God. Yeah, okay. Let's put it down here. So, wise people have told me that you can also align your radar panels easier than I do here, but I was too lazy to check out how you can display the chunks the map is composed of so far. Find that under F5 somewhere, I've been told, but well, laziness prevails. I hope. Also, I hope that no train will squish me there. Good thing. Okay, so now I've expanded my range of sight here. Well, good. So let's check out my power consumption. We're in a good spot here as well. All right. So for today's topics, I haven't finished the production of oil wells yet. So we're gonna start out with the stone stuff. What we're gonna need is, where's the crusher? Gotta check out where the crushers are. So I have no clue how many crushers I really need, but let's start out with handcrafting a few and check out what we're gonna need ultimately. So to get those things going, we're gonna need a lot of sand. We're gonna actually need 13.4 sand per second. So I don't really see any good reason to not produce 15 sand per second and just be happy with the fact that I have more than I need for now, because I don't know. Oh, 2 crushers are just what would you need to achieve 15 units of sand. Awesome. So let's stop that. We don't need that many. Have I already finished a crusher? Yes, I did. So that's going to be quite easy, it seems. Stone-wise, we're going to need the input of 6. So, long story short, I think I will be just fine with the materials I got here. Awesome. So, next question will be, where do I plan to craft these things? So, the easiest way would be to work somewhere down here, I think. But at the same time, there's so many cliffs. Can't get rid of those cliffs yet, so I'm gonna delay producing all the necessary materials here. So what we're gonna do is quite simple. I'm gonna expand this facility a bit. But to expand it, I need to annihilate it first. So that's the thing, because this little array here is just it's just a no-no. Maybe I'm gonna keep this one here because I feel like this could be fun. But most importantly, I want to sever the influx of new materials here. So another thing, I want to steal some of the output which goes naturally into my warehouses. I have to re-optimize my warehouses a lot, but I was aware of that when I started the business. I'm not trying to use my ore storage hub down here too efficiently, because I personally think before I got access to red belts and really efficient machines, like red belts and the option of blue belts, I really have no idea why I should, you know. So it's just my thought about that. All right, we're gonna put these bad boys in here, and they're needing fuel, just like they need fuel. I'm surprised. I thought these bad boys would need power. Okay, but okay, so be it. We're gonna feed them with fuel then. But as a matter of fact, I'm gonna feed the fuel in from below. How much stone do I need? 6. Awesome. So we're actually able to starting to learn, by the way, to place down my splitters correctly. Like I have a history of having trouble with splitting belts properly. Okay, but not much longer. I did it. All right, so we put the stones in there, and yeah, well, so fast inserters. Officially, one of them will be enough. All right, so let's give them 2 just to be sure. And for the sake of outputs, we also need 2. Okay, so 2 of them will be configured to be dropped near, and the other 2 not. This way we're gonna receive a wonderful, evenly stacked belt without any effort. I like that, because I am a lazy man. Oh, come on. Let's not be like this. All right. Okay, so that's the sand I'll need. This situation here won't be working anymore, so I'd say it'll be a lot easier if we wind it up into a different direction and just take the glass smelting on a long-handed inserter job. Like this way, we're just gonna pick up the sand. I think it's a total overkill. Yes, it is. But at the same time, they will eat up. Let's see. Maybe it is not necessary though. Didn't I? Ah, here. So we're gonna need only 5 furnaces for the glass and 5 furnaces for the silicon. And well, okay, so as a matter of fact, a split belt here is absolutely fine. I don't need to do anything here, so we can fiddle that belt in here quite easily. Oh, what's gonna do that? I'm gonna just T-merger here, and that means the fuel cells have to come from this side. Processed fuel, there we go. Very basic belt splitting techniques here, but they're so important, you know. Oh, there's a rock in the way. Alright, so this way, this whole rig now got all the necessary materials to satisfy this production. That's cool and everything, and we're gonna roll over here. So we'll need 5 furnaces. Awesome. So I can't even remove one of them. Okay. So I'll just leave it like that for now, because the output of these smelters won't be killing the capacity of the belts anyways. So next step, we need filtration plants, and to do this we'll also need water. And the question remains, do I really want to produce my materials here? But the answer I see for now is quite clearly yes, because this is gonna be a little outpost for these materials, and therefore let's create a new offshore pump. I'm gonna stay here because either I'll keep this for a longer on a longer term. Oh no, let's take the water from there. Or I'll dismantle it later down the road because I'm gonna biggin it up somehow. Either way, either it'll work here and I don't need to change anything, or I need to rebuild it anyways, and then this location would have been bad too. So, long story short, I'm okay with that spot. But really, I always feel like that's one of the things I spend practically the most time with in Factorio, pondering about where I want to build things. So I really feel like that's a pretty important topic overall, where to build things. Also, I forgot to power up that pump, so let's do that. I'm really happy how things are turning out so far. Resources are just racking up nicely. I've got steel, soon I've got even the red circuits, and as soon as the red circuits are finally finished, a lot of things will be a lot easier. So we're gonna need filtration plants. Oh, that's a bummer. It's a long builder. So let's check out our necessities. So I already created a part of the necessary products to fetch my electronic components later down the road. So we're also gonna create some plastic bars. Which reminds me, let's just while I'm busy handcrafting, let's gun down some biters, because that's just a job I have to do too. And right now I'm still handcrafting a lot, because a lot of these items, well, I'm not there yet, considering automation with these things. Like automating a lot of these items, like especially filtration plants or engine units. Engine units are such a pain. They're so costly, you know. And therefore, I rather handcraft a lot of these items. Also, the oil pump jacks, if you check that out. Like, you even need steel for oil here in this mod. I don't know if, wasn't oil... I can't remember if oil was gated behind steel and vanilla. Somebody else will, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, we're gonna grab the oil here, and that's why I figured out the pre-production for the red circuits could happen here too, because I see a good opportunity to have the necessary base materials bundled together quite well. So we're gonna handcraft a few oil pumps in the background, and well, maybe a few more. And also I want a handful of oil refineries and chemical plants, because these are well, the things we're gonna need in the future. So let's put back the military into the car. Also, I can drop all that sand here into the furnaces. The stones I'm going to keep, because stone is surprisingly useful. And now, filtration plants. So, yeah, well, we're going to do this like that. Let's do this. I just hope this won't be killing the efficiency of this whole setup too much. It's possible, but I'm just hoping here. We're going to try that out. If it's gonna be bad, I'm just gonna change that. But something deep down inside tells me we could be fine. So we're gonna need quartz here for these. Quartz. We're gonna create quartz, and then we're gonna create silicon out of that. So let's check out their needs. Fast inserters. Oh, come on. You party poopers. So let's do it like that to make sure I'm gonna need not too many inserters. So water access, well, let's give them the water from the top side, I'd say. Alright, so there goes the quartz. Let's see. There's also plenty of other sources for fuel cells. I'm thinking ahead a bit here right now because I already figured the next furnaces will need fuel cells too. Okay, so output-wise, I'm gonna clench my teeth and do what's necessary, and that's installing one too many inserter. One too many of the inserters. It's really like 1.031. Something deep down inside me wants to be like, ah, who cares? But then again, I feel like I care. I do care about these things. And speaking about caring, I'm out of pipes. So it turns out my new buildings, yeah, well, chemical facilities often need pipes. Whoa. Stone trolled me. Alrighty. So it's quite a bummer to see it like that, but I don't care. So there we go. That's gonna do the trick. Just wish I would have been able to already foreseen that one grid, but no. Not gonna stress myself out because of that. Okay then, so we're gonna need 5 quartz, so I'd say, how much output do these guys provide? Items per second? Less than that. So I don't need to change the drop pattern here at all. It's gonna be fine if they just drop on one tile. But we're gonna do these here so the distribution is a little bit whoops, less cramped in. Because I'll just pipe in fuel cells here onto the other side of the belt, and we're good-o. Where do these fuel cells get produced, though? Do I steal my... Yeah, I do steal from my power plants. So... It's actually nothing I like too much, to be honest. Well, but it's gonna be okay, I'd say. The whole situation with my power plant will be dissolved later down the road anyways, because I plan on using oil for power anyways, so we won't be seeing too much trouble with that topic in the near future. Okay, so here goes a simple solution. We now smelt down silicon. Let's check out their inserter needs. So, basic inserters. That's a tad bit more than one inserter could provide, but I'm pretty sure one inserter is enough. Especially since that basic inserter only needs to drop some fuel in every now and then, and that's really not too much. Okay then. Oh, I keep forgetting about the efficient placement of these beasties here. You know, I do this pattern for a reason, because can't just do it like that. Okay, so we got glass, we got silicon, we just need plastic, and now I canceled all the oil jacks in the background, but that's okay. We got the most important items already. So let's put up a few oil refineries and a few chemical plants, and the rest will be just these bad boys. Okay. There we go. Almost all I need for the electronic components. Huzzah. Really, really happy. So I'm gonna unpause for a second because I got to drive over and fetch some items. Be right back, friends. And there we are. So I think the time will be sufficient to put up a little bit of a oil project here, but I don't think I'll be able to finish the red circuits today. But that's okay. So look at that, five of them, perfect, fitting to my 5 oil pump jacks. Who would have thought about that? So when I'm placing down these guys, I really try to align them somehow to make sure it's going to be a little bit less of a pain to connect them. So in this particular scenario, I see a very, very good opportunity to connect those guys all together into one pipeline here. Here we go, bang. So we got to bring down some power here too, of course. So let's plug him in. There we go. But most importantly, we got to pipe that oil somewhere else. So I can't do everything in one go anyways, so I'm gonna bring the oil down to my base now, and gonna wrestle with the power later. So I think this is one of the best spots to take. Simple reason here is I really like to line up my fluids with my power, because this way they're assorted together, which means I won't, when I'm looking for my pipelines, I just need to look where my power is rolling through. So that's a pretty messy spot here, gotta say. I don't want to remove all the stones because it's just gonna end up all in my inventory again. But turns out we're just fine. Great. Okay then. Awesome. So here's gonna be the oil. We're gonna now plug in some power, and after that I'm gonna start refining. Luckily I already got the gas vents or flare stacks, like destroys 10 fluid per second, destroys 2 items per second. Yeah, it's just fine. Okay then, we're gonna take some power poles here and let them run into that direction. And just like that, we finally did all the preparations for red technology card, red circuits. Very happy with that. Because with Krastorio, it's a little bit more of a chore to do that. Not that I want to really complain, because it's not overly terribly hard, but there's still a lot more to do than with vanilla Factorio here. But on the bright side, you got flare stacks and you got loaders. But, well, they don't really matter in that department, but you got flare stacks, and flare stacks are, to me personally, the one thing that is necessary to make oil processing in this game fun. Without flare stacks, oil processing is no fun at all. Just my 5 cents on that. So we're gonna need coal and petroleum gas. To create petroleum gas, we're gonna need oil refineries. That's why I built 2 of those buggers. So oil refineries, the good stuff. So I'm going to start refining my oil a little bit more into that direction, because I want to leave that direction open for the red circuits. So there we go, some neat oil refining, basic oil refining to be exact. So we're gonna do it like that. One thing I really like to do is just to plug in some dispenser from far away sides, and we got to make sure we do this like that. And I'll plug in water from somewhere, but luckily I do have my water supply here. So, oh, my pipe to ground stockpiles are already dwindling again. Oh, well. Same old. Alright. It's just, whenever I work with fluids, my consumption of pipe to ground elements is just sky high. Okay then, so that's the first step. The second step will be we need some coal and we need some petroleum gas. Very, very simple things. So I really figure I could have also just put it into the other direction there. But I'm not gonna optimize that one more time. Not feeling like that. Alright, so plastic bars. We'll need the gas. So we're gonna put this over here. just like that. Okay, we got the necessary materials here, and the other material necessary will be coal, so let's provide that too. Splitter of some pure coals from over here. I will have to re-optimize that too, but one thing at a time. I'm already planning on larger scaled. Wait a sec. Okay, it's just I just hit the alt button. Okay. Whenever I don't see any icons anymore on my pipes, I grow instantly a little bit nervous, because that's also a sign that materials are missing sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna pipe in the input on the top side and pipe out the output on the bot side. There we go. And also, I really want some sulfur soon, because sulfur is basically the necessary material to create cliff explosives. And I hunger for explosives, okay? There's so many cliffs I want to take care of. Their reign of terror ends soon. But first, we need to finish that production. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to finish the electronic component factory here, because I really feel like I want to. Okay then, so let's check out if my inserter policy is okay. No, it ain't okay. There we go. Now, I hope... Oh no, I'm running out of materials here. No. Alrighty, friends, we're gonna just complete that during the next episode. I don't want to hurry now with another pause and unpause action to fetch some more belts, when it's just clear that the most easy part will be to just do this in the next episode. So next episode, red tech card, red electronic circuits, and I'm pretty sure it'll lead to the chemical tech cards next episode too. So really looking forward to that next episode, because those blue tech cards, they will unlock us so many fun things, really fun things, like okay, braking force maybe not, but let's check it out. Something down here, construction robotics, for example. Robotics in general, awesome. So looking forward to that. Thanks so much for watching. Drop a comment down below, leave a like, leave a subscribe. As usual, I'm super happy about you hanging around here and providing some support. I hope you had a great time too, and see you guys next time. Bye bye. Hi and welcome to episode 16 of my Krastorio and space exploration playthrough series. I'm Icon, and today we're finally hit red electronic circuits, and I think if the time will be sufficient, we're also going to produce our first chemical tech cards. Can't promise that yet, because there's still a lot of things to do. So what I did between the episodes was fetching up some transport belts, and for some odd reason I haven't yet started building my own inserters here at the base. Well, I fixed up these things, and let's fix up the other things. So what we're gonna need are electronic components for all of this. Now my laboratory is sitting over here, and I got all the necessary materials there, so I have a hard time with this situation right now. But as I have already mentioned in the last episode, I don't plan on keeping this manufacturing process like this forever. So my plan will be to just produce things here on site and pipe them over to the laboratory, because that's going to be a lot faster than or a lot easier to transport than the raw materials over there to the laboratory. 2 belts versus 1 belt, basically. Alright, so sadly this production won't be fueling any red circuits we're going to need for the base, but well, I do produce enough to steal myself a few where I need them for my own private products, And if we want to upscale the production, I'll need to create larger facilities anyways. And then there's the point where I keep mentioning that I'll ultimately need larger production sites for plastic and glass and quartz anyways. So I feel like it doesn't hurt to have some sloppy array here, just to get the technology going. Because my personal feeling with this game is often that the next technology pack unlocks are really, really powerful, because they open up new production methods for you, and well, more often than not, it's I need the new tech packs, or in this scenario, tech cards, to get things going properly, basically. Okay, so what's going wrong here? Of course, wishful thinking. That's going wrong. It's of course electronic components and not red circuits. Silly me. Going into what we're gonna do. So the most annoying part about all this is that for the red tech cards, I'm gonna need tons of copper cables and tons of electronic circuits. And well, wow, I'm even considering to produce my first red belts for this scenario. I'm gonna explain why in the process of creating that facility. But first, let's pipe over the electronic components to the laboratory. I can already imagine that I will restructure this belt here one day. Alright, but for now it'll do. So base crafting of green circuits happens so far here, which is good because I have a okay, we're gonna use that. So green circuits, I'm gonna need 10 of those. So let's get into that block and check it out. I'm gonna need 10 assemblers for that. It's gonna be quite a massive array. I already expected that. And I'm gonna need 20 assemblers for the copper cables. Oh dear. Oh dear, we're gonna need so much material. And also I'm gonna need a second smelter array. But that's for later. So we're also gonna need, how many bricks? Oh man, that's gonna be a big project. Wow, 8 smelter furnaces. Nice. Alright, so let's do this. So I did produce the copper cables here. So in this scenario, we gotta produce several things at once. So I'm gonna need oh gosh, that's so complicated. At least Helmod does make it complicated. Okay, so I'll just now check out how many resources we're gonna need for 30 copper cables per second. I could arrange that differently here in the system, but I don't wanna. Okay, we're gonna need 30 copper cables for the green circuits, and 10 copper cables for the red circuits, but I'm gonna produce those somewhere else. So we're gonna need 15 assemblers. Yeah, definitely gonna go with red belts here, because there's gonna be an output of 30 cables on that machinery, and I have zero interest in splitting that up into 2 yellow belts. That's just horrible. It's just horrible to do that. Luckily, I'll just eat a complete belt load of copper plates on that facility, and that's at least easy to calculate. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a little detour and splitter it off from somewhere else. because I don't want to burden this strain here, honestly. Don't think that's a wise idea. So, here we go. Not sure if this is gonna work out as I want it to, but there's enough room to do this. Alrighty. So 15 machines. I think I'm gonna start somewhere around here. Okay. Let's see if that's gonna be possible to array those in a straight line, though. Or I'm gonna hit some spacing problems, but it's looking good. Alright. Luckily, meanwhile, I'm done with the handcrafting process of those gear wheels, so finally hitting that spot. So once that array here is running on full power, we're gonna be doomed. Speaking of doomed, there was a meteor coming down somewhere. It has shown me that we suffered some sort of damage somewhere, but I was unable to see where. No. Message dissipated so quickly. But, well, whatever part of my factory has been hit, I have no clue which one. So, let's check it out. Oh, basic inserters would be enough already. Awesome. So, I like to save my resources. Okay, then. Let's do it like that. I'm done with handcrafting. This only means one thing, more handcrafting. So let's fetch some iron plates because guess I'm out of the out of stockpiles with these. Okay, so well, we're gonna lead it upwards. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna use fast inserters here, and we're gonna do 7 of those are going to be on a drop near configuration, and 8 of those the other way around. That's not ideal, but I can't do 7.5 inserters, so just want to pack that belt real tight with those belts, with those cables. All right. So yeah, crafting red circuits is quite a chore, and when you're playing Krastorio, and that's just a low tier production we're aiming for here. So the next array will be a lot larger than that. Oh no. The next array will be a lot larger than that. But for now, it's gonna be good. So next thing we need are 8 furnaces for these things here. So let's see. So that doesn't really satisfy the needs of these machines. And also I have no automatic fuel input for that. Let's change that. I mean, I even created a facility which produces fuel, so we don't need to kill everything like that. So I'm handcrafting a few more of those red belts in the background, because I start reaching the point where these are growing more and more important for my gameplay. Okay, so let's bring up those fuel cells I'm producing here and put them to some good use. Well, I keep calling them fuel cells, but actually it's just processed fuel. Whoops. So So, well, I'm gonna, well, I don't want to cross the pathways of my laboratories like that, so I'm gonna pipe it through these spaces here. That's one nice example why I really like to keep these little areas available to just make your life easier when you notice things like that, like me noticing being derpy about the fuel supplies here, because ultimately this would have bitten me at some point, and eventually there would have been a nice chance of me not even realizing what went wrong there, and whatever might be the case, to satisfy 8 furnaces, I'll need a fuel pipe, whether I want it or not. Alright, there we go. So these buggers need to be connected to stone tablet factories. So let's see where I'm gonna put those. But first, let me plug in the furnaces. Alright, so we're gonna need, what? How many stone plates are we gonna need to produce here? I'll need 3 assemblers, and they're gonna take in 10. They're gonna produce 10 stone tablets. Alright, so that's gonna be quite a number, and I guess I'd like to pipe it up that way. So do I still own a few red underground belts? It's also a good reason to own a few red belts, because that makes it so much easier. Ah, it works. Awesome. So this way things will be a lot easier. Okay, so I now got the copper cable and the stone tablet input. So all we'll need is to set up the facility which will produce the green circuits we need for the red circuits. So let's check out, does that go with the basic inserter? I guess so, but I really like to double check these things. So how many bricks do we produce here? 2.5. Not worth mentioning here. Okay then, so that's gonna be 3 assemblers for those. Ah, wait, it's not what I want to. I want to put down these assemblers back here. Let's see. Tablets. So what's the issue here? Basic inserters, 1 for the input and 2.5 for the output. So we're gonna output on fast inserters here. Bang. And since I'm outputting 10, so I guess every one of those buggers produces 3.33 or something like that per machine 4. Oh, they even produce 4 per machine. Okay, but whatever. 1 drop near tile will be sufficient. That's all I was calculating around. Okay, so this will be good. Alrighty, so I got those, and now I gotta think where to put down 10 assemblers producing green circuits. They certainly won't fit in here. So I'd say we're gonna pipe it like that. Or, well, honestly, I don't see any good reason to do what I do here. Like this. Let's just go like that instead. Wait a sec, I don't even need that. So this way, I guess it's a lot easier to assemble. There we go. So that's gonna be a production of 10. So that's 5 on each side. Well, I'm gonna do it like that. I'm gonna pipe the materials around the facility here. Yes, that does spend a few more belts. I'm aware of that. But it also does make result in a tidier output, in my opinion. So I'm paying attention to the copper cables running close by to my assemblers, so I can put in the copper cables with blue inserters, because the blue inserters are faster than the red inserters. So all we need is to pick up the right recipe, and off we go. So one of you bad boys needs way too many copper cables per second, and you'd need more than one long-handed inserter per second to satisfy the copper cables. That's why it's actually quite important. While I'm, you know me, I'm a lazy boy most of the time, but if parts of my factory need to work under high pressure, I do try to make things right. Doesn't always work out like I want it to, but at least I try. Okay, so pretty sure this will work out though. So output-wise, a single yellow one is okay. I wanted to do it like this because we're gonna have a nice output of the green circuits like this. I don't need to tidy up anything because basically the facility tidies itself up in a way. There we go. Alright, so 20 minutes in, we're definitely not gonna hit the next tech cards in this episode. That was pretty much wishful thinking from my side. Okay, so that's that. And now, well, how to continue. This array here is, or this belt here is completely completely strained. So I'm going to pick up this one here. Why not? Ultimately, it will be insufficient too, but we're a little bit away from that point. So I'm gonna fetch a few more belts. Gonna be right back because I want to check out what kind of building materials I still need. Alrighty, back on track. It's actually only been a few belts and a few inserters. Okay, now then. While I know that it will eventually be a problematic thing to do, I'm gonna take the copper plates from here. So I do expect this thing here to collapse at some point due to the overstrain, but I hope we're just gonna be fine with that. Until then, I hope that I'll just have a larger input of everything, and then we can fix that easily. Alright, speaking about fixing easily, we're needing 5 assemblers here on this side. Okay, so that's those. And let's get back to this recipe here. So here's the deal. I'm gonna be able to add the electronic components and the copper cables together onto one belt if that belt is red. I'm gonna explain why. If it's not already obvious to you, I'm gonna explain why in a sec. But first up, we're gonna be using these. It's just gonna be a repetition of what we did before. There we go. Oops, I can grab these here. Nice. So there we go. Outputting these onto reds. And now I have to, well, let's just try one of those because I always have a hard time figuring out on which side they'll drop. So that's the wrong side. See? This way. It's less work to tidy it up. Alright, so now I'm just gonna set up a little T-merger here, and that's that. I'm doing this because on one side of a yellow belt, only 7.5 items per second can be moved. Like, a yellow belt has a belt speed of 15 items per second, and it has a upper side and a lower side. Since I have to transport 10 copper cables per second, well, I have to take a red one, because the red ones can move 15 items per second on one side. That's that. In case you were wondering what I was up to there. So, and that's the production line. Oh, I'm so happy. It's been a really, really long way to do this. So, 20 of those. Oh my god. So, I'm gonna do a similar thing there. Let's do it differently. So what I'm gonna do here is quite the same thing we did with the green circuits, only larger. So it's gonna be a 5-on-5 composition, and it's gonna be just like that. I'm gonna try if I'm able to do and copy this. Maybe it'll work, so I have less work mirroring that. So let's check this out. Everything here is fine with basic inserters. Now that's some good news finally. And I've lost parts here. All right. Okay. Gonna repair that between the episodes. I hope that I'm not gonna forget it. Okay then. So don't need to if I copy that. So let's control copy that. Oh, I want to do that here. Just like that. And now I'll just leave enough room to set up some belt to pipe out these materials. Bam. Okay. Just a few connections here and there. Oh gosh, I hate it when that happens. All right. So I hope that the varying speed on those machines doesn't bring me into any trouble. Now I forgot the red inserters. Well, part of me is a little bit concerned that the green stuff is not moving fast enough, but that should be nonsense. Sometimes when things grow too complex, I start being afraid that things might be not as easy as I wish them to be. So feel free to tell me if any machineries here are not working, are not going to be working out as intended. Ah, red circuits. So, there were a few things between me and my progress that needed red circuits. What was that again? Can't remember right now what I had in mind. There was something which I really, really wanted to produce, but I couldn't because it needed red circuits. What was that again? Oh. Ah, the stack inserters, of course. So what I'm gonna do now between this and the next episode is I'm going to produce a bunch of stack inserters and patch them in here, because it's going to be so much easier to load and unload those trains once we have the better inserters. Apart from that, the next big project will be here. So I'm going to need glass, blank tack cards, and some sulfuric acid. That's altogether not that difficult. I can produce these only in advanced assembly or tier 2 assemblers. Fascinating. Anyways, friends, yeah. That's stuff which will happen between the episodes. Thanks so much for watching. Drop a comment down below. Leave a like. Leave a subscribe. I'd be delighted to see your support. Next episode, definitely gonna see those new tech cards. They already have a slot on my belt, which needs to be filled. All right. Can't wait for it. See you guys next time. Bye bye.